Those ones dip down to like 80.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Game Talk Podcast. We got Blue, we got Gangster, and we got Bribs. So go ahead and say hello, gentlemen.
Hi!
What's good?
I like touching chicken nuggets.
Blue, why don't you be like a real man and drink
Yeah.
kilt lifters?
Got him.
All right, what are we going to kick off the show with this week, gentlemen?
Epic. The Borderlands 3 is able to be pre-downloaded now because Gearbox had to force Epic to add pre-download in.
Oh, Lord.
And basically what happened was Epic was too lazy to add pre-download in, so Gearbox had to Epic made Gearbox do it for them because they didn't want to do it. So
Well, good on Gearbox. Shame on you, Epic.
Hell yeah,
Damn,
man.
where's
I don't know.
Ding, ding, shame.
I mean that's what happened with that.
I need that on a button, man.
Shame!
We could have a little sound, you know.
Shame!
If I was ever gonna make a soundboard, that would be the number one thing on it, man.
I've thought about making one. I've thought about making a soundboard for the show, so when I host it, I'll have all the different little things with it. I might actually do that still.
Damn.
Every time Blue says something retarded or any one of us, it's gonna have the SpongeBob
All I gotta do is
imagination. So,
well,
Gears of War 5 came out and it's an awesome game. This guy here beat it already.
Yes, I did. 12 and a half hours later.
Also, it was a 12-hour game.
Yeah, 12 and a half hours later, minus one boss that I, lost my shit on. Lost my shit. But hey, great game. Just didn't like the fact Collective, Microsoft, what's wrong with you? Giving independent reviewers and streamers that got it early, like a week before all of us that got it on the Ultimate Game Pass, giving them priority servers. Meanwhile, all of us day one, we had more of our share of problems. I'm still having problems playing multiplayer. I get kicked out of games and I lose all my XP, and it's just getting to a point to where it's annoying. And then Microsoft, Xbox went down all in that time frame too. It went down twice.
How long was it down for?
It was down for like 2 hours at that.
Oof.
Oh, wasn't that long? Because Reddit made it sound like it was down forever.
No, it was down for 2 hours, and then what they were doing was they brought out Xbox updates through both times it went down, which was interesting to me, but still it's unacceptable. I mean, a lot of people did go out and buy, instead of buying Ultimate Pass, they went out and bought it, the Collector's Edition and or the Gears of War Xbox, and wanting to play it early and couldn't even launch the game. I know a lot of people that were on the PC side of things had issues trying to play co-op with their friends. It was just same like Xbox. Me alone several times tried to play together, and it just became ridiculous at one point. Wasted a 3-hour stream trying to play that game with them, and it was just to the point where it was laughable. We go 30 minutes of playing campaign or multiplayer, and it would be you get kicked, lose all your XP. It was really annoying.
Microsoft, fix your shit.
I came home that night, and he was telling me about it when I was at work. So, I experienced it when I first got home. I disabled the cross-platform play, and that seemed to fix it. And then, game after game after game after game, I was fine. So I even streamed it. But then the next day, I started having all those issues. So then I had to go back in and re-enable it, and then it worked again. So I don't know. It's weird.
Another thing that was a problem to me was the fact that Coalition was telling people, oh, it's on the consumer's end, not on our end. It's your fault that this is happening on Twitter. And people were losing their shit.
Let's see. We all have proprietary hardware.
Well, that's the thing. I was like, I get saying that for PC, maybe if it's true, but
proprietary
on
hardware?
Xbox? Yeah. How do you not know what the player is doing on Xbox? How is that possible?
There's no settings that we can play with on our consoles. That's why I thought it was weird with Coalition. Like, I shouldn't have to play workaround on a console. That is the reason why I've always kind of praised console gaming, is because we didn't have to do workarounds.
You know, the other thing was they were promoting what I know is clear the persistent storage and clear your Mac ID and restart the Xbox and hold the power button down. The power drain your Xbox to fix the problem. Yeah, that was a minor fix, and it didn't last long. And I restarted, I think I restarted my Xbox 12 different times. Lone did his about 10 different times.
Hold your finger on the Xbox button, put your left foot out, put your right arm up in the air, like so that way you get a better signal. Is it working yet?
What is this, the 90s? Are we playing with rabbit ears over here?
Well, the other thing that I didn't understand was the fact that they were telling people as well. So they came out. So within the first hour, they came out and started blaming people. It was their hardware, their problem. Then they came out the next hour after that and stated, we didn't have enough servers in place to make it run properly day one, early launch for
Probably should have led with that one.
Right.
Then people were putting out videos on, different social media places stating that streamers have been basically saying that they got priority servers and they are not having any problems. And
you know what's crazy about that, Rev? Whenever I have ever told Microsoft, gave Microsoft an attaboy on Twitter, instantly, thanks, Andrew. Thanks for the, gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, they always say thank you. I asked them about that on Twitter. And you know what happened? Nothing. Zilch. Zero. Like, they can take all the praise they want, and they're okay with that. But the moment you criticize or you ask them about stuff, they are quiet as fuck. They don't want to admit to anything, dude.
Well, people were putting up videos from streamers. One streamer actually admitted that they were getting dedicated servers, them and independent reviewers. That's why you saw a lot of these reviewers giving it 9.5s, 9.10s. I'll say because of all the plaguing problems and there's some graphical issues. Like, for instance, when you go through some of the levels, this is what made my playthrough longer, was the fact that you just sit and endlessly load Pinwheel constantly. And that,
dude, like, it seems like they got a better build of the game, too.
Yeah. It just seems to me like I would give it a 9, but with all the plaguing problems I went through, it's like more like an 8 or an 8.5.
Did you see how Titanfall defeated one of the bosses today? She blew one of the ice caps off or whatever.
Yeah.
He fell into it. She goes up behind it, shoots it in its back with a full clip, and it was dead.
Damn.
There's some mystery.
Really?
There is some like magical shit. Like, there's a glitch with the one big monster in the open world ice area, and he just sticks there and starts fighting himself. And I'm just like, that's some of the shit I was experiencing. Like, just running into glitches, running into problems, and I'm just sitting here just going, this game is supposed to be fully working. It's the tech test 2.0. That's what it was. I agreed with a lot of people. It's the tech test 2.0.
Bro, I can't be mad. I cannot be mad at their criticisms, dude. There are a lot of people that said the game was mediocre because of all the same issues you experienced. If Microsoft was more consistent on quality of game, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
people would hate on them as much. There's reasons why Sony gets the praise they get. I don't always agree with those praises, but you know what? There is a reason why they are actually pretty good. Yeah. I mean, Last of Us had its fucking glaring issues, but the reason why people forgave it was because the story was so fucking good.
I will forgive it.
Last of Us is 2 praise, though.
I will give it its praise because the story was damn fantastic. I will give it its praise because it was good. Pretty much, they put Kat as a Marcus character now. Everybody that was saying, oh, well, it's just a women lead. No, there was a reason why they did it. She's going to be the replacement for Marcus. So Marcus is pretty much going to be that background character, which I kind of see him in the next Gears of War kind of dying.
Either dying or like playing a small part,
pretty
as a
much
character at the back, giving orders or
Skywalker
something.
treatment.
Well, in this game,
you're not wrong.
Spoiler alert to anybody, there's a lot of picking, choosing who dies, who doesn't die, which I will admit, yeah, at one point there was some sad misty eyes for me because, There's a character in the game where you play all game long with them, and then you just go, you have to pick and choose. And I picked Marcus's son to live over Dell, and I was like, oh god. And
She'll let Marcus' son die.
well, you know,
That's for the next playthrough.
I was like, wanted to, the queen basically gives you a choice. So the queen is her mother. So spoiler alert to anybody out there. Spoiler alert.
But we already called it.
Yeah. But it's if you ever watch the movie Aliens Resurrection, I went, oh my god, they totally took Aliens Resurrection, like the whole story of it, the principle, how she became the queen. They basically gave it to you like Aliens Resurrection, which I was like, yes. Yes, I liked Aliens Resurrection, so it got my Aliens, story vibe going on, when you go through the brass tacks of the game and you get into it. It's really a good storyline. Whoever wrote the story did a great job. Minus all the graphical issues and problems, and when you're playing co-op, your friends looking like they're 15 frames per second running behind you. It looks like a GIF. Yeah, right. It looks just like that. Me and Lone were both laughing at that because I would be running and he would be running behind me. He goes, Rev, are you a GIF? What's going on? It was pretty bad. This and Madden, I kind of go the same boat with. It's like day one launches, you should have aired out all the glitches and everything.
Put Gears of War and Madden in the same sentence. That's just sad.
Well, I have to because they both were riddled with glitches.
Do. No, I know you do, but just to, man, you're like you're kind of in a way saying EA is almost like Coalition.
Well, when you promote your game to be the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm gonna say this, a lot of people need to stop reaching with the whole it's game of the century, game of this. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Game of a century.
It's the best Xbox game. If you're playing it on an Xbox, it's the best to date, graphical wise. But I wouldn't call it game of the century because there's other games that are out there that are really good. I wouldn't. Witcher's a good one. I would say Doom, pretty looking graphics. I wouldn't put Gears of War like, oh my god, it's the top 10 of like the generation or anything like that. I mean,
overall though, you had a fun time with it. So,
it's a blast.
Like, you know how I am. I don't like to put numbers on reviews. I don't like to do review scores. But since you did get to play it, you get to beat it and everything. At a 1 through 5, where would you place it?
Well, can we do the 1 through 10 scale? Because I kind of said that earlier when I was talking about it. I'd say it's an 8.0 to 8.5.
So a 2.5 out of 5.
Pretty much. I wouldn't say it's a game. It's a good...
No, dude, a 4 out of 5. Seriously? Can you maths, bro?
No, not right now.
Also,
I math all day at work.
Also, I will say this. I've been playing the new NHL as well. And I will put it this way. The new NHL, the commentator staff on whoever they replaced the other commentator guy with is horrendous. And I have to turn off commentary because it's so bad. Like, it turns me off to NHL, just commentary altogether.
You know what would be fucking amazing is if they gave you the Dragon Ball Z announcer guy.
Oh, that would be kind of cool though.
Number 20 going in, and here comes Boma, like or some stupid shit. Like,
but I will say this: at least it's not the 2K shafting that happened with NBA 2K20. Thank God I didn't buy that game because I heard on Twitter it was the most trending thing on Twitter for like the first 5 hours it was out. The shafting people got were unbelievable.
Bro, people were hyping that shit up on D-Live and Mixer. They're like, this game's not bad. It's a great game. And, like, I should have seen it coming. I should have seen that they got their review copies. You know what I mean?
Right.
They got their keys to give it a good
score. The honeymoon
score,
period.
And they did.
That's what it is. It's the honeymoon
It's
period.
the honeymoon period, yeah. And like, how fucking... Like, I get it, right? Like, I get this kind of industry is very appealing to a lot of us.
You know what bothers me?
But I wouldn't be accepting keys just to give it a positive review, man.
You know what bothers me is all these people that were on streaming platforms praising Gears. No one talked about the servers. No reviewer talked about servers, glitches.
Didn't you say though, like all the big guys got like
Private servers, yeah.
private servers. So why would they?
That's what annoyed me the most out of it all. It's like, oh, they
That's
got
some
private.
dude, that's some underhanded shit, dude.
Just to get your game boosted up in reviews. That's just terrible.
It's not gonna work out long term.
So to find out about 2K20, right, NBA, right, to customize your character and to go into My Player right off the rip, just to get
$400.
certain gear, you have to pay money right off the rip, and they were down for 6 hours, server wise, when it launched.
Bro, if it's like a few bucks here and there, and people, dude, we're the same way. We're impulse buyers. If we see something we like, we're gonna buy it, right? That's just how we are.
It's not for cosmetic wear; it's more to continue the story.
Then why the fuck are we paying $60 fucking dollars?
And
Good
they were down for 6 hours. Their servers at launch were down for 6 hours. Everybody were on the forums and nobody can continue playing it. They had to push out an emergency update, 2 emergency updates, and it still didn't fix their shit.
Brim, don't you know that games are too expensive to make nowadays? Don't you know?
Yeah, evidently they can get billions of dollars in revenue from their sales, and yet it's still not enough.
Listen, Blizzard can make billions of dollars from loot boxes on Overwatch, but still isn't enough. The game's
Well,
unsustainable, guys.
Their loot boxes are not egregious. They don't do this. Oh, hey, here's a free wheel spin, Need for Speed or 2K. Here's a wheel spin, by the way, guys, to continue the game.
No, like I'm not complaining Overwatch loot boxes are like a bad thing. I'm just saying like it's kind of ironic because Blizzard's been caught saying that making games nowadays is really expensive, even though they've made like how much from like Overwatch loot boxes like last year, like over $1 billion or something like that.
Dude. Yeah.
Not to mention
like,
that Overwatch was, oh my god, it was like half a game when it came out.
Now Overwatch is going Switch. If you guys didn't hear about that,
I heard that, yeah. 30 FPS at 400p, I think.
You know what? I'll say this. I'll give the Switch its due. At least in portable mode, that's not bad.
No, it's not. It's going to be terrible for them if they want to try and play competitive or anything.
On TVs.
I mean,
imagine the fucking input lag, Pete. Oh my god, dude. It's gonna be terrible.
And the communication, because you have to use the Switch app on your phone to talk. You can't do it in game.
No, not gonna be doing that. No, I am not down with that nonsense.
I mean, for somebody who doesn't own a PC, Xbox, or PS4, and they just really want to play Overwatch, all right, I guess.
anyone here like Xenoblade or no?
Yeah,
Xenoblade's nice.
I liked it. Yeah,
Like I said, quality waifu.
I like the first one. I don't like the second one.
The first one's getting a definitive edition for the Switch if you care about it.
Ooh, with all the DLC and everything.
I'm pretty sure because it's definitive edition, so I would assume it comes with everything.
With some remastered graphics, I'd be alright with that. The first one was great. The second one, I was just like,
I never got to play the second one because I was gonna buy it, but then stuff was happening and I forgot about it.
But Microsoft, I'm gonna say this: Microsoft did drop the ball with Gears 5. They really dropped the ball. As a fan of Gears, I will accept it because of the story, but I won't if they do it again. I kind of said this. It's kind of like the Master Chief Collection all over again. When they brought it to Xbox and they had plaguing problems for 3 weeks, they need to give us something to make it up, make it right. And the Swarm, and I'll say one thing, the Swarm, or AKA Locust, is very weak sauce in this game.
The new enemies?
The new enemies are kind of weak sauce. As far as multiplayer goes, me and Brimstone have been saying that. That's kind of weak sauce. They've been kind of gimped. Like, outside of Terminator, really, where's the Queen? They keep showing pictures of the Queen. Why can't she not be a playable character in the game? Or I know they're giving more to the COG this time around. Like Dave Bautista's going to be in it. We're getting Sarah Connor's already in it. They're going to be adding possibly another. Terry Crews is possibly going to possibly rumored to be a playable character within Gears. So there's a lot of giving to the COD, not so much for the Swarm.
I'm not sure if that really does that really change Gears for you having Terminator characters from a series that hasn't been good in like 30 years?
No, but I would like to see more, more even Steven on both sides. Instead of one getting all of it, all these playable characters, I'd like to see some evil bad guys, to kind of even it out.
That'd be cool.
I think Microsoft should give us some free live. free Game Pass because of all the issues. Free Game Pass for the month. Like, just reward us because they were down most of the time. And the other funny part is they were coming out with, so Coalition came out as well and said there was a bunch of error codes, right? And when you go talk to them, they didn't even know what the fuck the error codes were. That was the sad part of that. Like, you guys were going to you to get problems solved, and you don't even know your own shit about your own game. That's the sad part
Sounds
of
like
that.
horse shit, right?
Right. Like, they had something called SNASTA error or something like that, and it like said restart your Xbox or restart the app. And that's not even including all the shafting that happened on PC with that game too, where Jace and a lot of people were having problems. He's still having problems getting crashing issues, and they said this was supposed to be PC optimized, and I haven't seen it yet.
Sure it is.
And it was supposed to have the whole AMD optimization with it too, and it's not happened on PC because they advertised it because of AMD. When they were on stage saying it was going to be an AMD, launch title game, and it's actually favoring more Nvidia than it is AMD. Isn't that something?
Just getting Nvidia nerd.
Just get Nvidia,
What are you, a
nerd.
scrub? What, you can't afford $1,000 for a 2080 Ti Super Duper?
What?
Exactly. Come on, nerd.
Soupity duper.
What, $1,299 for a card? That's
2080
ridiculous.
Ti Super X overclocked fucking.
No,
Come
it
on,
should be
guys.
called the
1,000
lube. It
euros.
should be called the lube edition because you shove it in your ass anyway after the shafting they give you on the price.
I mean, you're not wrong.
They
It's,
should offer you a KY bottle in the package.
Dude, I still remember what was it? I don't think it wasn't Linus Tech Tips. It was Jay's 2 cents, and he was reviewing the the like 1650 or 1660 Ti or whatever it was. He's just
Yeah.
like, dude, if they launch a 1650 Ti, I'm gonna lose my shit.
So what's the next topic we guys are talking about tonight?
Uh,
Because we got a lot on the docket tonight.
Shenmue 3 is offering refunds,
About time.
but only. Let's see.
Can I say this? Can they offer you a bottle of KY to go with that shafting they gave you? A lot of people that went on the Kickstarter and didn't do their research on that and then got screwed over and then screwed over again and then screwed over again. I feel like
and then
they
they would
should.
got screwed over again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then re-editing a video, put it back out there, re-editing a video, re-put it out there. We're going to give you refunds. And then, oh, wait, take that back. Let's change that. Oh, wait, remix that. Oh, you're going to get refunds? Oh, no, we still want you to go on the Epic Game Store. So let's shaft you some more.
So yeah, refunds are only for a limited amount of time.
Oh,
And
shit.
it's for PC people who are not satisfied with it says proposed reward options, but I think it's just for the whole thing.
Listen, guys, I think it's very entitled to ask for a shopping cart. That's all I'm saying.
Refund requests will be accepted only through the backer survey during the survey period, and it's 2 weeks long, and they will send you an email. Refund processing timing may vary depending on payment service and transaction status, but it may take from 20 business days to 3 months from the time of the refund request until the transaction is processed. 3 months, dog.
Jesus.
Did you guys hear about this game called Dark or whatever? The one they turned down Epic exclusive, but they ended up getting a massive profit because everyone went and bought their game.
Oh, my God, that shafting's unbelievable with that refund.
Right?
Do you know how ticked off people are gonna be? It's gonna turn people off to that video game though, real quick.
In a
They
hot
want to
minute.
kill their game. This is what they do.
23 days for a refund. That's just ridiculous and a half.
20 days to 3 months.
Good God. Fuck that.
That's ridiculous.
They want you to.
Right?
They want you to keep the game. Basically, that's what they're doing.
Basically. Yeah, they want you to say, man, I'm not going to fucking wait for that. I'll just fucking keep it. Yeah.
They're
Exactly
like,
what they're
listen,
hoping
we
for.
want you to use that Epic store or shut up. That's basically what they're saying with that refund.
Well, we were talking about this earlier with Gearbox finally doing some work for Epic, where Epic is lazy and don't want to do shit. That's
Which
why I
to
don't.
me
That's why I
seems
don't
kinda
have it on my
crazy.
PC. That's why you won't see Epic Games on my PC. I'll go to Good Old Games to play my Epic Games.
No, but doesn't it seem kind of crazy to you that it's like now they're expecting developers to do stuff that they should have be done doing? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just crazy. They have so much. They have so many people working for them. They're paying so much money to these people, and they can't even get the basic shit together. Now, my gripe with Epic Game Store has kind of just been,
Everything.
not everything. It has the potential to be great, but they keep fucking tripping over themselves.
I doubt it. Like, I doubt they'll
Just a
be
little
great.
bit.
I know that sounds really pessimistic to say, but I just see no evidence of them becoming great. They continuously ignore their customers, and then
Yeah.
they basically force Gearbox. All right, guys, we can't do pre-downloads because we're too lazy to do it. Basically, so it's either you guys got to do it for us, or just no pre-downloads for PC. Get over it.
Well, technically reminds me a lot of a few years ago with EA. EA was kind of doing the same jack shit that Epic Games was doing. They didn't want to do really pretty much anything for the consumer. They were shafting people on DLCs, and then they didn't have things in place. When Origin first came out, they were really bad, and I know I'm comparing it to another company, but it was pretty bad right off the rip. And it took them forever to come around to the whole idea of we need refunds.
And Steam had refunds since 2007. Just to add that in.
True.
That's why I'm
Not
waiting
wrong.
for. That's what I'm waiting for. Good Old Games 2.0 to come out, official release, so I can have everything in one place.
Speaking of good old
But what
games,
sucks, you still got to use the clients to those games that came, right?
Do you still have to?
I
I
think
think so.
so. Yeah.
There's no other way to do it.
If Good Old Games could somehow rip DRMs apart from their games without ruining the game, I think that right there would be a huge game changer.
Or have their own have their own DRM, for these games if they're gonna rip it apart for their platform.
Yeah, right.
And just offer up a percent to these companies that of whatever to play nice.
that would be great.
Well, I think Good Old
Any-
Games has got an idea in place. I just think the execution, they need to figure it out.
Yeah, but speaking of good old games, any guys worried about Cyberpunk or no?
I am very worried because every big name game that has come out in the last 5 years, aside from anything from Witcher side, has been a huge letdown. Look at Anthem. We were looking forward to that shit, and it's taken them how long to even get it
Fallout
playable to
76.
today? Fallout 76,
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, but at least they're doing something about it.
It took them 6 years.
Take
but,
a look at Ark. Take a look at a lot of these companies.
No, but
I
the
mean,
thing with
Ark, you want to talk about a shitty company, dude? I can't. Here's my thing. Here's the thing that bothers me the most about Ark. That fucking community bitches about all these other games and their shitty practices. That
but they support that.
fucking shitty company has been ripping people off for years.
Oh, dude,
4 years.
since pre-release days, since the early access.
Dude, they tried to sue Dungeon Defenders.
Paying
Like,
for
You've got to be
DLC.
fucking kidding me. Like, Dungeon Defenders, because they didn't give you the cut of the pie because you didn't do anything with it?
Remember when you had to pay for a
God.
DLC for an early access game? You don't remember that?
Wow, we talk
Pepper
about Ark.
Farms remembers.
Talk about Ark. It was $19, and then they shafted everybody and released it at $59.99, and it was broken still.
Bruh. That's why when I got CSGO, I paid into it for $10. It was on a summer sale the very year it came out in a beta.
Now it's free to
Got my
play.
shit for $10. Counter-Strike Go. No, this was Counter-Strike Go.
Oh,
Bam. Everybody else got bitchy because the price got hiked up. I'm like, you should have bought it at the very ground when it first started out. That way you only lost $10 versus the $49.99.
God, I can't believe they had the balls to sell that shit at that. God. Like Counter-Strike, dude. Counter-Strike started as a mod, a free mod, and then it was the multiplayer component of Half-Life 2. Like, you're gonna revamp the graphics and call that a game? No, sir. That's a multiplayer mode.
Well, also speaking of games that are coming out, they finally released Sessions to early access. The creators
Yeah,
of
I
Skate.
saw that. Yeah, I
I'm
saw
pretty
that.
hyped up for that. If they get it right, it could
We
be.
need a good skate game, man. We need something that's good, not shitty.
Well, Tony Hawk is working with a new developer now. Supposedly, he's working with a new developer to make Tony Hawk Pro Skater 6. So we'll see.
Shit.
He's been all over
Bro,
Instagram talking about it.
Just do a reboot of the what was it? Tony Hawk Underground. Love that series. That series was fucking awesome.
That's what he's talking about. Going back to
Give
the
me
roots.
that shit. Yeah, give me that shit. Don't give me this fucking. Oh well, this was in partnership with Neversoft, and Neversoft's being pushed by EA, and they got to rush this. So
Well,
this wasn't really their fault. It's like, did they agree to the EA contract? Then yes, it was their fault.
Well, he released the phone mobile game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater mobile game, and it did so. So now he's talking about releasing it to these next gen consoles, or the current gen and next gen, probably with the same company that did oh my god, I think it's Tripwire he wants to work with. Possibly come out with he's been to a lot of companies. He's been talking to Respawn and all these other companies, possibly having his own skateboard game, possibly being put on PC and all next generation stuff. And he said, he also said that it'll be. He's also been in talks with AMD about getting their optimization and shit with this game.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep. Go Team Red.
But Sessions is going to be, I guess Sessions, from what I was reading in the developer thing, is they're working with AMD for another AMD optimized title. They're not doing ray tracing or anything like that. They're going to be adding AMD FX to it eventually.
Good.
Isn't AMD and Neuroburst and ray tracing anyways?
Yeah, it's already basically out.
How much? Didn't they say like they were getting higher yields with AMD shit than they were on Nvidia side?
Sessions, yeah.
Ooh, that has to hurt.
That's not enough NVIDIA that does hurt.
Well, also the reason too, they're releasing it to Xbox, as well, the early access and everything through Xbox's ID program. So,
Yeah, I saw it.
So, of course it's going to be AMD all the way with that.
So I liked Breakpoint so much that I went and bought all the DLC for Wildlands. I'm gonna go through the game.
Oh, there you go.
I made that decision like yesterday, but I was just too tired to do it. But
Hey, that's how I made the decision with Borderlands. I was like, I got to play Borderlands now.
bro, like I liked
Craven.
Breakpoint so much, dude. I was like, yo, like, cause I was watching some channel, like I think his name is Willie B. He's a Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon channel, and he was playing Wildlands, and I forgot how good that game looked. I was like, I'm like, why did I stop playing that? Like, I need to go back to it. It has like a similar gunsmith as fucking Breakpoint, but except I think Breakpoint's a little bit more detailed. But other than that, it's great.
Well, you and Junie both were nerding out on Breakpoint. To me, I'm gonna wait out on Breakpoint. It's not gonna be a day one pickup for me.
Dude, the amount of guns. Oh my god, dude. If Call of Duty had this measure of guns, everybody would be shitting themselves. The amount of guns was ridiculous. I was like, yo, like, this list is huge. Like,
well, my money
oh.
money at that time when that game comes out is all going to Destiny 2 anyway. Even after all the shit that I went through with cross save, I'm still gonna be putting out a lot of money into Destiny 2.
I have it on everything. I'm good.
Play on the Master Race, dog.
Well,
Right.
I'll be buying the $34 package, and then I'll be buying everything else on Xbox for it.
So I got a question. On that $34 package, does that include everything that we already have?
Yes. Well, everything we already have is going free to play.
Well, okay, so the season 1 stuff is coming to the free to play stuff, and then if you want Forsaken, you still have to buy that off to the side. It's an a la carte system they're doing.
The entirety of vanilla Destiny is gonna be for free,
Yeah.
like the entirety of vanilla, which I actually thought that was a good idea and that should have happened. And they're doing it now, so that's good.
But so, like, what are you getting with the $34 price tag? Is what I'm asking. Then
You're just getting
All-
you're getting the DLC for Shadowkeep.
Forsaken and Shadowkeep and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Forsaken is actually you have to buy off to the side. They actually stated that you're buying that off to the side. Watching videos on it, you're buying Forsaken off the side.
If we already own it, then
Yeah,
that's
it doesn't
not a big
matter.
deal.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. We don't have to buy Forsaken, but everybody else, the $34.99 that you're paying for is just for Shadowkeep itself.
Well, with it
And
being
some
on Steam,
special
dude,
DLC and special DLC skins and stuff you're going to be getting with it.
well, like all the stuff that we went through on the PC version, as far as the BattleNet shit, like, and it's crazy to think about because I was just talking to you guys when we were playing Destiny together. I'm like, yeah, this has been a really stable experience. It hasn't crashed on me one time. That night, boom, bug report. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
So, Blue, did they sell out on the Ultimate Collection of for Shadowkeep? Did they sell out on the book and everything for that?
Maybe, I'm not sure because I haven't looked on that. I only know because I got it on Steam, like the Shadowkeep edition and all that stuff. I was thinking about buying that collector's edition, but I'm not sure about it yet. Like about buying it.
The collector's edition looks cool, and they said there was some special thing if you unlock with the key in the book or whatever. If you do the right like key mechanism with it, you get some free. You can go to the point in the game and get some free cool stuff. They were saying in the game itself.
so what happens if you fuck it up?
Pretty sure you can't fuck it. I doubt it's gonna be something like, oh, you fuck it up,
Like,
well, you can buy a new
if
one
you-
there. It's not
I
gonna
know,
be like that.
right? Like, no, you have to buy another key. Like, what? Like, seriously?
Well, what they're doing is in the book, you read this book that they give you in the collector's edition, and then the little key that you get, it's supposed to be riddled with clues, and once you figure it out, it'll give you a location on the map, and then you'll get some special gear that only the collector's edition people get.
All right, then I guess I gotta buy that collector's edition.
How
This
much is it?
guy.
$100?
I'll take a Destiny beer. Let's go.
Yo, speaking of alcoholic beverages that are modeled after games that are done right, the Doom vodka. Who brought that up? Was that you, Pete?
Yeah.
Doom
Bone
vodka. Bone vodka.
Where do you buy that?
I don't know. Look, Google it. I'm sure it'll be easy to find.
All right then, because wherever it is, I'm gonna buy it. And if my parents ask if I'll be like, all right, mom, it's vodka, so you'll probably like it, and it'll be worth it for us. Trust me, mainly for me, not you, but.
Like, Mom, whatever you do not throw away the bottle. Throw away the bottle.
The problem is, I'd have to.
I will
problem
shit
is
on your
I
pillow.
The problem is I have to mark it because my brothers would be like, oh look, I have my girlfriend over now and I want to have a wine night, so let me just take the wine or the vodka or some shit like that.
Wait, hold on, wait. Your brothers do that?
Yeah, so they end up taking a
They
random
bring
drink.
They bring girls over for a wine night.
No, not girls, like their significant others, basically.
Sauvignon Blanc and chill.
Exactly, I guess. And
Are
like,
they
it's
gay?
like, no, like.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. Pete
I was
got
about to say,
Pete got why I said that.
He's supposed to be like, oh, got him situation there, but no.
No, I know I didn't get you. That shit went over your head. That went like fast as fuck. That's what happens when you live in Canada, unfortunately. So I mean, it's okay.
I mean, I would love to go to Chick-fil-A because that just opened up here, but the big problem is it's like an hour away and you have to wait through a massive line. So it's like, I'm not sure if I can do that right now.
Did this man just say he wants to see a chick flick?
Chick-fil-A, wait,
Oh,
Hey,
I
man.
thought you said a
Hey,
chick
man.
flick. I was like,
Every once in a while, a chick flick's a good watch.
I would not. No, I'm just saying I wouldn't. I thought he said he was gonna wait, like he wouldn't wait an hour in line or something for a chick flick. I was like, what?
No, yeah, that's a silly thing to do.
So
I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of it. I watch chick flicks with my girl all the time. They're pretty funny, but I'm just
here's
saying.
an article on it. I'll put it right there for you.
what is it?
In the group chat.
The bone vodka.
Yes.
Some,
It actually
Steve-
looks sexy. It
Oh,
Oh, it
that
does.
looks so sexy.
Yeah, that
It's
bottle
got-
was
How
really
much does
good.
that cost?
It's got that
How much
Jim
of it-
Beams kind of wraparound, with the red kind of deal. Instead of being red, it's white. I like that.
Yo, that does look good.
Yes, it does.
Pre-order today from this special website for €45. No, is it? I don't know what it is. Some European currency.
And I'm hoping
Crap.
that when you drink it, it doesn't taste like.
Oh, it's only available to customers in the UK, Europe, and Australia.
Ouch.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
You know
It-
what that
by the-
that lid? I think that lid is bone, dude. Is that lid
Wow.
bone? That bone? That seriously, it looks like it's bone, dude.
You probably could get it imported by like a third party eventually.
Yeah, but they might stop it at customs though, because there's
Laws.
special laws and taxes and shit like that for importing alcohol.
Oh
So
shit!
it'd be kind of. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not exactly expensive. You're not paying $1,000.
It's brought out by Spirits Maker Rebel.
I mean, it's more for the bottle, by the way, than necessarily the contents. Because I know,
Yeah,
like,
same.
because like my uncle, he owns like like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, like that skull alcohol they had, where it's just like the like glass skull, is like from Indiana Jones, all that stuff. He bought that just for the bottle, not necessarily because like what's inside.
Collector's piece.
Doom Bone vodka is made with the marrow of roasted and smoked beef bones.
Yep,
I'd try that.
I would.
I would
too.
totally try that. I'm a
I'm down.
carnivore.
Can I just get the bottle?
Fucking meat and alcohol, dude. Hell yeah, that's my lifestyle, bro.
I just
God,
want the bottle, man.
Dude, there's nothing more metal than that, dude.
Right?
Fucking just
No, the only
straight
thing
up, dude.
the only thing that would make this more metal is if you drank it from the skull of your enemy.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be the only thing.
So,
Well, what do you know?
so the Doom 64.
I've got a few of those.
Speaking of Doom, Doom 64 is getting re-released to PC.
I heard that.
Wait, what's going to happen?
Doom 64 is getting re-released to PC.
Why? That game sucked. That was the worst one. I'm not joking.
You're not wrong.
That was literally the worst one. Like, do you want to play a black screen? Because that's what you're playing. You're playing a black screen. You can't see shit. Like, it was terrible, dude. Like, it was a bad game.
Well, maybe modders will fix it.
Like every other percent of the game.
Because you couldn't do that on the 64, dog. We're the PC master race, bro. We fix all our shit.
But you remember that shit, Pete, right? Like,
I do, yeah. I do.
You
It was
booted
bad.
up, and the intro was badass. You're like, oh, dude, that whole war looks badass. Because you saw the war between the Doom Troopers and these demons, and you're like, yo, that looks sick. Then you start playing it, and it was like black screen. And all of a sudden you hear this, you're getting shot, You didn't see where it was coming from. You couldn't see where the fuck you were going. You relied on the light of the barrel when you were shooting. So, like, that was the only thing you fucking saw, dude. It was that, or you had to turn all the lights off in your house and turn the gamma up on your fucking television almost all the way up just to see the outlines of your enemy.
Make it look
It
washed
was
out
terrible,
as fuck.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it was terrible, dude. It was But hey, you know what? You're right. If they could mod it and get the lights in that bitch, I'd play it. I would play it again.
So what you're telling me is that modders have to fix the game like every other Bethesda game?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, but this wasn't Bethesda.
No, no, it was not. I cannot blame Bethesda for that. That was not their bad.
That's a first. No.
So, Steam made an update to their distribution agreement that's basically going to stop companies from offering the game on Steam and then jumping exclusive to another platform,
Good
Actually,
for them.
right?
Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
because all it says is that if you agree to our agreement, at any time, then you will submit the code and all that and any updates and whatever for the game by certain dates, 30 days
And
from
if
this
you
date,
don't,
all that.
and if you don't, see us in court.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you want to be exclusive, don't even talk to us about
I
distribution.
could be down with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
that's the perfect way to handle this. It's like if you want to launch through us, then you're not going to pull out, and that we'll have that in writing. Otherwise, yeah, you can do whatever They can't stop anybody from going exclusive. They can just stop them from doing it after they've already agreed to launch it on Steam.
Because here's the thing: let's say if Steam did start doing exclusives, they can crush the Epic Store, because they can definitely make the profit margin more lower because Steam has more capital to blow than Epic in terms of the market, all that stuff.
They might.
But-
I don't know, man. That Fortnite money. That's
Yeah, but Fortnite's starting to normalize.
well,
where it's just
sure, but
farms in.
Epic still
I don't
has
know,
all that
10-cent
cash.
Games, 10-cent games. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
true,
I mean,
that's
they haven't spent shit on Fortnite or the Epic Store or any of that stuff, so they
But-
gotta have all that cash
Dude,
left.
they're too busy fucking ripping apart all the other fucking games that they bought just so they can
Uh,
make their own games from them and become more successful. Because
Because-
they're developed better.
No, but here's the thing with that is I know like the Epic continues to have a bad relationship with their customers. Eventually, it's not. Eventually, that's gonna hurt them having a bad relationship with their customers.
Dude, I think Epic needs to like kind of take their shit back to the drawing board with the way they handle people. It used to be like you gave them feedback, they would read whatever you had to say about them on Steam. Then they would go to their forums and see if anybody would say anything, and usually it was the same postings. And they would address those issues, or they would just remain silent and subtly, fix shit and let the community discover for themselves that, oh, hey, they fixed their shit. You know what I mean? But now, like, the way they handle shit, dude, like, I don't know. Like, there's still no rating system on the Epic Store. Like, that's my main thing. Like, if I sorry, go ahead.
No, you go first. I'm an asshole. You go first.
If I had the biggest gripe, if there was any gripe I had, aside from the bullshit they've been pulling, would be that one. People should have the right to lay their opinions down and give them feedback on the games that have issues. They should not be hiding behind a store page in hopes that their games are going to sell because they're on the front page without any repercussions. Because have any of you noticed how like some of those games aren't even on a Metacritic base anymore? Have you guys noticed that? It's like Epic is trying to like shield them from any bad criticisms, and that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I feel like they should go to the drawing board of everything on that store. Literally everything.
Yeah.
well, that's why Epic's not getting my money when it comes to Borderlands.
You know what, dude? I log into the Epic Store just to get the free games.
I don't even do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't even do that.
Dude, the free games are worth it, dude. Like, I love fucking Slime Rancher. Like, that's a fun game.
They took my free games. Like I had free games on my thing, but I lost them because I
How
got
did you?
them.
How did you lose them?
I got them. Like I got Slime Rancher, but they took it away from me. I went through their support and everything, but their support is about as good as going to Microsoft support.
I don't know, dude, because I've had some really good experience with the Microsoft
Yeah,
support.
Microsoft support's been pretty good for me. Yeah.
I would say Steam.
Or actually,
I would say
to be
Steam.
fair, Sony. I
Oh.
think Sony's a better option with this one. Sony, like comparing them to Sony's support is definitely more comparable.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Because Sony has terrible support. That's Sony used to play on the PS4, PS3.
You know what's crazy, dude? Like, the better sales they do, the worse they get in their support. But, like, if they're, like, somewhere in the middle of the road, they have, like, the most amazing support all of a sudden.
Yeah, because they have to care.
Right? Like, Origin, I got a hold of an EA rep with less than 5 minutes for my account issues. Because I got hacked by some Russian asshole. So, I got my
You know
account
he was
back.
Russian, huh?
And
You racist?
because
Russians out of race,
he
Pete.
yelled about vodka to me.
Was he posting Trump memes or something? How'd you know?
No, this was back when it was like when you heard about Russian hackers, it was like a new thing. This was back in like what 2000 and whenever fucking Battlefield 3 first came out.
Oh shit, that was a while ago.
That's
Yeah.
a while ago.
That's
They were
back in the
preparing.
day.
That's 20.
So-
that's 20. 20. What is it? 2010, 2011.
I was gonna say 2010 maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what though, like they gave me some of the best support, dude. They were fast on it. I gave them my email, and they're like, "You bought this game?" I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "Okay, here's the game and all of its DLC for your issue." I'm like, "Thanks, bye."
2011.
Simple as that.
October 2011.
There you go.
Yeah. Like I said, it was right when the Russian hacker thing kind of like first started taking off, and everybody was like, "What the fuck are these characters? Like, what the hell are these? What's going on? Why is my shit gone?"
Well, speaking of another topic, guys in the chat, if you're Intel fans, well, this is not looking good for Intel at the moment. Re-release of the 9900K, which is coming out as the 9900 KS.
I was gonna say KS now, right? It's no
Yeah.
longer X. KS is supposed to come out with a standard 5.0.
5.0 all core, yeah.
But get this,
all core clock.
But get this, on your motherboard, or if you have software on your computer, it automatically takes the K to 5 gigahertz all core. There's no point for the CPU at all. No point at all.
Is it going to be a higher SKU price or a lower SKU price?
Higher SKU price. Everybody's calling it the next coming of the 9590 AMD.
Oh, Intel is clamoring.
I think it was Jay's 2 cents and a few other independent tech reviewers came out and they were like, "This is basically the 9590, just Intel version." They said they never wanted to become AMD, but they just pulled an AMD move. So all core. So get this. So on their press, so this is their image that they give. Leadership in desktop, i9 9900KS. Now spitting image. This reminds me a lot of the 9590. World's best gaming processor made even better. And it's, get this, 9th gen Core i9 unlocked Super Edition. Or Special Edition, sorry. Special Edition. Who does that remind you so much of?
Oh, God. AMD's nonsense.
Yep.
Back of the day. Yeah.
And they're going back to the, I believe with this one, they're going back to the 14 nanometer process. So Intel's literally going backwards. Like, that's what everybody's saying. Between the 9900 and the 9900KS, there's really no difference in performance. They're basically the same chip.
So we're getting a re-release of two 7700Ks being glued together.
Pretty much. And
Lovely.
and Intel basically said it's supposed to be better in cooling and better in performance. And
Heard this plenty of times before.
I know, right?
I remember this one.
I think I heard about this before.
And they also stated that this time delitting is not going to be a thing with the CPU.
No, because they're soldered.
Yep.
And their solder is garbage.
They said they're literally soldering the whole entire thing together to where you can't open it.
That's a little maddening.
Aww. Did they get mad at people delitting and getting better clock speeds and saving money? I guess
Stop saving
so.
money. Guys, stop saving money. Make sure you buy our most expensive CPU. That's going to be really lackluster, I promise.
Bro, like, a part of me used to be that person, though. I used to be that person where I had to have the next best thing when it came to Intel. Like, my 4770K, that's my first ever launch CPU next to my i7-920.
Now,
Those were the only two launch CPUs that I've ever gotten.
now the
I had to have them.
Now the Intel fanboy thing going on online, what I've seen fighting on all platforms is, well, AMD is not a true 7 nanometer process. This is two chiplets put on a process. They're lying to you. It's not true 7 nanometer. AMD frauding you guys. That's pretty much what's been going on online. There's been this huge fight.
AMD's always been known for having one chiplet for computational power and one chiplet for
basically they're
integrated
saying
graphics.
they're basically saying their new processors are not 7 nanometer. That was the whole argument.
Okay.
That's the whole damage control Intel people have been saying all over the internet. As of
Yeah, I remember. Just like back in the day when AMD released that beast of a card that was it was two GPUs on one die. Do you remember which one that's called?
7990
295X.
295X2 and the 7990 was a X2,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Dude, everybody, like all the Nvidia fanboys were like, "Oh my god, this is cheesy, this is stupid." And then what do you know? 9800 GX2, baby, and it was like, wait, hold on, wait a second.
No, they did too.
Hold
They
the
did.
phone.
They did the what was it? So it was in the 600 series. They did the 690. That's what it was. There was a 690, and it was 268 GTX 68
680s.
680s in SLI. And the 7990 was stopping the shit out of it.
But hey, Team Green does no wrong. Team Blue does no wrong. Red is the color for enemies.
I used to be the fanboy of Intel until I got shown the light by Pete.
That's right.
Right?
Gospel of gangsters, sir.
The gospel.
Dude, like,
I was converted.
Seriously, like it's amazing to me that like AMD went from being the leader in a single IPS margin to a multi thread margin.
Right.
And now Intel has swapped. They went from being IPC kings. Now they can't even do IPC or multi good at 100% anymore.
Well,
Like you're only getting like one flip of the coin or the other with those guys. It's kind of weird.
Well, Intel was best known for gaming performance on one single core.
Yeah,
Now,
they had the best IPC on the market.
Now it's kind of
they're losing that.
Now they're losing that ground because AMD is kind of, if you overclock right, you can actually push the limits and actually stomp Intel hardcore in single.
No, I saw the overclocking things that they've done here on YouTube, and it's like, why is there even a conversation about Intel anymore at this point? Like,
well, Intel has to do something. They're going backwards. They're going back to the 14. They stated they're going back.
They're
to
having
roots.
too much trouble with their 10 nanometer. Like, man, I feel sorry for them. I really do, because they were betting everything on 10 nanometer. And
well,
if they had gotten it, it would have helped a lot.
They're going through a company called Global Foundries. And the same people that went through, and what's happening is they're getting sued by TSMC, I think it is, they're suing. So it's that's why Intel forgoed 10 nanometer. They're talking about going back to 14 until 2021, 22.
Oof.
To fix their shit because of all this lawsuit that's happening. Anybody that's part of Global Foundries or something like that went over to TSMC. AMD's excluded from all this, but Intel and NVIDIA are in a lot of trouble with this lawsuit. So I wouldn't be surprised to see processors going up in price. Wouldn't be surprised 10 nanometer doesn't happen for a good 5 years from Intel.
Well, AMD is chilling, literally chilling. You know, it's
because
so
all
funny,
their
dude.
chips were made by TSMC. That's why.
What is hilarious to me, Pete, is AMD, man, and we remember this because you've been an AMD guy for as long as I can remember.
Forever, bro, since the 486.
Dude, bro, like those things used to be heaters, right? You had a winter if you had a really bad winters like you do out by your house, you could turn that bitch on, surf the internet a few times. You were warm, you were good, right?
Yep.
Bro, you had a nice little radiator right next to you.
Dude, and people made fun of that shit, right? Intel, now this is something that's kind of funny to me. I haven't seen one single Intel fanboy mention this, but their heat is worse right now.
Yep.
Oh, dude, way worse.
Like AMD old days worse. Like you could turn your shit on and you could heat up your room.
Like 8320 overclocked to 5 gigahertz warm.
So I think it was with the 7800 or something like that XE, you're literally at 5 gigahertz hitting about 90 C.
Oof.
So what you're telling me is I need to get Intel for the winter. All right then.
Yes.
No. You're still okay with AMD because you can just get like a Vega or a 56 or a 5700 XT, and that's your space heater. The CPUs though are nice and cool.
You know what's funny about that though? Like the 5700, from what we have a friend, Northern Lime. He recently got a 5700 XT. He says that thing ran cooler and more stable than his 1080 Ti Mini.
No shit.
From Zotac.
Yeah.
Like his 1080 Ti
20 C cooler.
Yeah, 20 to 30 C cooler.
Yep.
Huh.
Like that's a big difference when it comes to temp, dude. Like what the fuck is going on with Team Green and Blue, dude? Like it's like they can't. It's like they're fumbling with their hands right now.
Also, in fairness,
I know the lawsuit's hurt. Don't get me wrong.
In fairness, he bought a third-party mini card. You know, and it's and you're pushing the limits. Give all fairness.
Yeah, 1080 mini. That's a lot of
horsepower.
That's a lot of heat density and a really small cooler.
Yeah, but like Northern Lion was saying, like he was getting high temps just doing basic shit, not even exercising the clock to the max, dude. He was like
that's like
just surfing.
That's like the R9 Fury cards though when they came out.
Or the 290X.
Yeah, when they were putting it on a small card, this
small as shit.
On a small card, when you're putting any big die on a GPU, all in fairness, it is gonna run hotter than normal.
Even my 290X with the Asus DCU2 cooler. I mean that's a triple fan cooler, and that thing fucking.
I have the toxic edition that our boy gave me before he went. Like, dude, I could literally go to Facebook and that card is quiet. It doesn't heat up. I could go and watch YouTube. I could stream. The only time it really ramps up is if I play an intensive game. And then, it gets warm.
Well, I have a mini, what is it? I think, what's the one above? A 950. I have a 950 mini card. And if you push it, like when you're playing games, it does run really, really hot. like literally hot, because the die is not meant to be in a small small package like
Well, not
that.
just that. It's like the die size is the same, but you've also got the memory, the VRM, and everything else crammed next to it, which heats everything up around it. And then you've got a smaller cooler because they don't put the full length coolers on them. So you're losing out on like 40% or whatever it is of the fin space that you would have had on a regular size
I
card.
get it for a micro ATX case. I get it. You know, that's your only option.
Yeah, it's your
really
only
to go.
option. Yep.
I mean, that's what I liked about the Fury cards when they came out, the small ones. I like the concept and the idea of it, but they just...
But yeah, but those were liquid cooled.
Nah, some of the Furies weren't.
No,
mini
but they did
ones.
have a Fury X Mini that was liquid cooled, and it's like, there you go. That's the perfect solution. It'll fit in an ITX or MATX or whatever the fuck
The only
case.
problem with that series of cards was the coil wine problem.
Yeah.
That was the sad part of that.
Plus,
You
they
know-
pulled fucking power like it was
Yeah.
nobody's business.
Yeah, unless you were like smart like me and got a fractal soundproof dampening design case.
Look at that smile, that fractal design. Man, right
Hey.
there.
I like my Corsair Vengeance.
I like my Corsair anything. Oh, sorry. Corsair, sorry.
Corsair.
Corsair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, whatever.
Great brand I've heard.
I love Corsair.
Corsair is the extra Chinese version of the Corsair.
Dude, they're not the best. They're not the best, but you cannot beat the
Hey.
price to performance for whatever they're doing.
I'm going away from them when it comes to capture cards eventually.
Shame.
I'm getting real
Ding, ding.
I'm getting real
Shame.
tired of their
No, I heard the.
blurriness.
Yeah, I've. You told me the problems you've had with them. I can understand that. Like, come on, Corsair, fix it. I will say the one thing about Corsair that I do not like is their software. Their software is
It is.
garbage.
Oh, dude, it's hot, steaming pile of digital fecal matter.
It is, but thankfully Corsair does their absolute best to make sure that you don't need to use it if you don't want to, because like your mouse, your keyboard, they can all store profiles without it, and shit like that. So
Well, the
I just wish they would
Elgato-
spend a little time fixing that shit, because yeah, it is the worst part about
Well, they
them.
bought Origin PC recently, right? They bought Origin PC, and they bought Elgato out like months and months and months ago. My biggest fear is how Corsair's going to handle, software to these products when they can't even get their head out of the ground when it comes to their own software right now. Elgato, like literally, all they need to do is patch their drivers. It's all they need to do and give us like firmware on the fly, like AverMedia. They don't.
Speaking of Origin PC and those guys, like nobody's talking about them. No one's really. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers promoting it, but they're not talking about the kind of deals that this company. I'm going to bring them up right now. In fact, dude, NZXT is killing it, bro.
Yeah, with their build program.
They are killing it, dude. Like, when was the last time you heard about HP doing any new custom Omen products?
Never.
You know what I mean? Like, their headphones are overpriced. Their keyboards are overpriced. Their monitors are overpriced. And I almost bought one. Like, their systems are overpriced.
Well, if you want to talk about BLD, their building service, Jay Sussense did a whole video on it. And what I like about it is it's regular parts by people that are building it, and if you order it same day, they'll ship it out same day. Test it, ship it out.
You're talking about the NZXT.
Yeah, that's where they're killing it. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about, dude. They are fucking killing, and like,
off
and they're
the
not
shelf
even doing.
parts, not even their
Dude,
own.
You can't even like right now they have a waiting list as to when you're gonna get your shit. Zydex was like one of the leading SIs on the market, and now Zydex is being beat. Alienware and Dell are being beat. Omen is being beat. Like, bro,
Well,
NZXT is fucking them, dude.
you want to know why?
Nothing about a cyber power and iBuy.
Well, you want to know why that is.
Wait, who are those again, Pete?
I don't even know, bro.
The reason why they're killing it is because when Jays did that video, you get to see all the love and care they put into it. It's all cards off shelves, like we would go to the store and buy. They're reasonable priced, and they don't charge much for the installation. You're just paying pretty much for somebody to build your PC in front of you,
Dude,
with NZXT
Alienware, all the other SIs, dude, every single one, last one of them except for NZXT, charged you damn near $350 to $400 just for the fucking tower, dude. Like, you thought you were getting the best fucking tower on the market at those prices.
I would love to go through them and try them out and see how good they're building. See how it
Same.
comes to me.
Same. If everybody's having this great, because like NZXT is doing a lot of EK stuff too. So like, if you can get your shit built and you don't have to worry about, but maybe like tighten a few O-rings up, why not? Try it, dude. You might like it.
Well, I want to see what Corsair is going to do with the Origin, though. I'm fascinated to see if they're going to try to do the same thing.
They're already
NZXT.
working in
They
their.
could. They
they're
make
already-
literally damn near everything except for motherboard, CPU,
Wouldn't it be something they come with
and
motherboards next?
graphics cards. Graphics cards.
What happens if they partner with? I wouldn't be surprised they partner with their own brand on top of it, Asus.
You know who made and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it because they were good motherboards. In fact, they were some of the best motherboards in the market at the time. Back when the 9800 GX2 came out, NVIDIA, they made some really good motherboards, dude. Like, really fucking good.
Man, that was forever ago.
They stopped making it, dude. They just stopped making MOBOs. They're like, yeah, we're not
Wasn't
going to do
worth
this
it,
anymore.
bro. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Motherboards is tough, man.
Now when
You
you
gotta
go through, sorry for interrupting. My bad.
No, that's cool. Just like because every year it changes, and you got new fucking standards, and you got to redo all this shit, and then redo the BIOS, and yeah, it's tough making motherboards.
Now with NZXT, what's glorious with them is you get their motherboard, their power supply, their cooler, and supposedly they're going to get into the SSD market. So think about it. You're going to get the trifecta with all of their stuff.
Now, are they gonna patent and engineer their own SSDs, or are they gonna go through an OEM?
No, they'll go through an OEM.
Oh,
They'll just
yeah,
put
most
like
likely.
They'll just put like
Oh,
a
right.
heat,
So Silicon Power's about to make more money.
they'll just put on like a heat spreader or something that says NZXT or some shit like that.
And
But I bet you it works, though.
It'll be great, yeah, because
Yeah.
dude, there's only 2 makers of SSD chips on the planet, I think, and fucking like 3 makers of the control chips, and they're all the fucking same. The only one that's any different than the others is like the super duper Samsung ones, and it's not that much faster.
Super duper.
Yeah,
Right.
like the $1,000 ones from Samsung, and it's like, yeah, okay, you can get 650 instead of 580 or whatever it is. It's like it's not that much difference.
What I like about the BLD's building thing is the fact that their builder site, when you build it, it asks you straight up what the resolution you're going for, FPS, and they automatically, through their algorithm, they automatically optimize a PC for your liking. Are you
go.
a streamer or gamer? They got it down to a T. Compared to when you go to like a CyberPower, iBuyPower is the most ugliest company on the earth. Hey, if you're buying an iBuyPower, there's something wrong. Because
Listen, the best PCs are obviously at Walmart, guys. Come on.
Oh,
actually
dude.
overpowered.
They've been pretty good, actually. Their second run is actually
Their
their
second
their
run,
best,
yeah.
their best
Their
run
first-
so far.
Their first one was
garbage.
embarrassing, but the second run is not too bad.
Overpowered PCs and laptops right now. You can get an overpowered PC right now, laptop wise, for literally $600, and they're just pretty much giving away their stuff. They're trying to get
Wait.
you in and out the door.
To get a gaming laptop, what would be the best ones to get though?
MSI.
Probably-
MSI,
Yeah, MSI.
Asus.
Dell, they're all pretty much the same, except for, really, they're all
Just
pretty much the same.
I would say like be careful with Dell because they still do their scamming where they tell you it's a 1070 or a 1080 Ti and really it's a 1050. Right? Like they still do that to people. So I'd say be careful with them, but yeah, if you get the right order and you get your shit, it's good. They'll last forever. But I would as a rule of thumb, if you want something that you're paying good money for and it's going to be stable and you know what you're going to get, I would say go with MSI or Asus.
Yeah, my girl's Asus that she bought, dude, she bought this thing like 6 or 7 years ago, man, and it's still a goddamn champ. Yeah,
Toshiba
Toshiba.
runs pretty decent.
Toshibas are built like fucking tanks.
I don't think they have a gaming laptop, but they have some pretty high performance ones, and they're tough as shit, and they run really well.
So with the overpowered laptops, right? So answer the question. They're reliable because they use pretty much what MSI is using part-wise. Pretty much they use the same OEM as MSI. But what they're doing is with their laptops is they're literally eating the cost of the parts. because they want people to buy their shit.
They're probably
Yeah.
charging a premium for the peripherals then.
Pretty much.
Well, plus they want you in their ecosystem.
Because I found out MSI, the same OEM they go through for parts and stuff, is the same people that they use for the overpowered stuff. So the overpowered laptop is going to be just as good as the MSI because they're using the same OEMs for the fans and the heat sinks and all that. So they're using the same. Even MSI came out and said overpower is pretty much a reskinned MSI laptop. One of their thin ones. But the downside between the two is overpowered is pretty much they use cheaper end plastics and stuff compared to MSI. Where MSI uses
Well, you got to
stuff.
cut costs somewhere.
And they use TN panels compared to what everybody else is using.
IPS, yeah. Which, I mean, whatever. I have a TN panel that looks great.
Anything else that we're going to talk about, guys? Any other news stories?
Yeah, there's a couple quick ones. If you like Copter or Streets of Sim City, the links are at Lazy Game Reviews Twitter, but one of his viewers put together an update for Copter and Streets of Sim City so you can play them on Windows 10.
Ooh.
And they're both free. So I personally have played the shit out of Copter way back in Windows 97 days, or 98 or whatever, 95. So
you know what I miss though? What Windows used to do? Sim City, man. It was always on your OS. It was from like 2000 and up. Well, 2000 to what? It was Millennium 2000.
yeah,
I don't think I think it was
2000 and XP. Yeah.
And XP, yeah. That was kind of cool, man.
So here's an article. This one's interesting. So the RX 5600 GPU is out in the wild now, and it's kicking the shit out of the 1660 Ti. Literally, by 3 times. It's supposed to be. Yeah. They compared it to a 1660 Ti. So here it is. So the 1650, the 1650 Ti, and the 1660. And the 16 now, NVIDIA's talking about doing a 1660 Super.
Oh, dude.
And a 1660 Ti.
Jay's 2 cents is going to lose his shit.
And so.
Oh, no.
So this is supposed to be the replacement for the RX 570 and the 580. The 5600 is going to come in and replace both of those lines of cards. And it's not a Polaris. It's not a Polaris refresh. It's going to have GDR6 and it's going to have what we know Navi architecture. And they're going to have mini cards and regular cards.
We were talking about the idea of having not a refresh, but with GDDR6 on it. Oh my God, they're doing it.
And this is going to be all Navi based at the lower end.
This going to be good.
And then in this article, they're showing the 16 Super, which is pretty much a refresh of the 1660. And they don't know when it's gonna retail, and it's gonna still have GDDR6 6 gigs. Jesus, not even 8 gigs. Not even 8 gigs. Not even 8 gigs out of the box. 6. We're in 2019 and we're still doing 6 gigs.
Hey man, GDDR6 is expensive, yo.
And it's good.
It is good, pretty good.
It is good. Yeah.
Not as good as HBM2, but it's pretty good.
So another article is stating from the same website that the 5600 is being released this year, but they're waiting. AMD's waiting for their RX 580s to sell out of stock, whatever they have left, before releasing the new cards.
People are buying those still?
Of course, bro. That's like the best budget card there is, dude.
The 590 right now, they're throwing you deals with like 4 games now in bundles. They're giving them away. You can go on the secondhand market and buy like 4 RX 580s for like literally $300. Put them in some PCs, resell that, make some good
Dude,
money.
and they stomp all of the NVIDIA mid-range shit, the 1650s, the 1060s, the TIs, like all that shit. They stomp them for way cheaper.
So the
Yeah.
RX 5600 and the 5600 XT model is gonna replace all the budget end models.
I don't even know if I'd release an XT of that.
Both are gonna have 8 gigs. Well,
Ah,
8 gigs of GDR6, and one will be the equivalent to a 1650, and the other one will be equivalent to if you're going to NVIDIA technologies, will be equivalent to their 1660 Ti. It'll be their Navi 12 and 14 GPUs they're going to be using below the 5700 and the 5700 XT.
interesting.
Damn.
And let's see, the Navi 14 has only having 4 gigs of memory attached to it at the moment on test. From what people have been testing, it's only 4 gigs so far, but they said at launch it may be boosted to 8 or 6, depending on how gracious AMD wants to be for the price.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Hey man,
take it.
the low end, the entry level gaming market is getting very competitive.
Yeah, no shit.
And Nvidia is gonna get stomped upon if they come out with this with 8 gigs of memory at like $200 even. It's game over on that side. Well, Nvidia really didn't really have the entry level market anyway. They never really did. AMD really has been the king
Yeah,
of
the
that
high
market.
end mostly.
Has been the king of that market for a while. Starting with the 370, 270, and then the 470, the 570, and then the 580 now being at a good price. And the 590. The 590 is just the darling of the whole mid-range market right there. The 590, if you're building a computer today, the 590 is a great choice next to the 56 and 64.
They're just hard to find.
The 590?
Yeah.
Actually, on eBay recently, I saw somebody selling a lot of Fat Boys for 400
No
even.
shit.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
giving
because
away.
those were getting snatched up. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
most retailers were out of 590s for the longest time. You could get 580s or 570s, but 590s they were fucking just sold out constantly.
Well, the 570, I've seen people are getting away from mining. So what's
Right.
happening is they're just throwing out 570s, 580s, and
Yep.
590s like hardcore.
Which is great for the average consumer because, dude, yeah, 100 and Jesus, what were 580s going for on eBay used? Like $120?
Yep.
Dude, that's just nut. That's a 1660 Ti killer.
I saw on Tech Gas City he bought a whole like pallet full of was it 580s and 570s? Literally first come first serve. If they're broken, they're broken. If they're not, they're not. And he just bought the whole shit of them, the whole lot of
Fucking
them.
A.
Why not? If
You
they're
could build get a whole bunch of Ryzen, like 1600s or 2400 or 2500s or whatever. You build some damn good budget systems with those.
well, he's been going after on AliExpress. He's been going after the deal of the 1400X Ryzen 5. He's been hitting that up with a B350 board.
Sure.
And pairing that with an RX 580, 570.
Yeah.
And flipping them.
That'll do 1080 60 all day.
And
Just about any game you want.
And he basically said all the people that he's going through just want 1080p 60.
Yep.
They don't care.
Yep.
But AMD's got that mid-range market though, which is insane.
Dude, I still can't believe people are still buying 1030s.
1030s for a home theater PC only and basic
Right.
surfing.
That's the only thing. It's
Not
because
even the home theater, bro. The home theater shit that would melt that.
No.
Oh,
I'll tell
you'd
you
be
why.
surprised.
I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't think AMD has an option right now where what's the highest AMD card that does not require an external power connector?
560.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 560 is not that great of a card. So if you're building like an MIATX or MITX home theater system and you don't want to deal with, external power cables and all this other shit, a 1030 is actually a decent option.
I think the 1050. There's a mini card or like
There
an
is a
ITX.
1050 mini, yeah, that doesn't need external too.
Yeah.
But it's more expensive. That's usually when you're doing like a media build or whatever, you're just doing the cheapest shit you possibly can. So, but yeah. You guys remember when that arson incident happened with KyoAni, right?
No.
No? Oh man. Okay, so couple months, I think it was. What's the shit? I can't remember the full name of KyoAni.
They made a sound voice. That's all I know.
Yes, they made a silent voice. They made Violet Evergarden, Kyoto Animation. That's what I thought. Yeah, Violet Evergarden, whole bunch of others. But so their new film, Violet Evergarden: Eternity and the Auto Memories Doll, it released the 6th of November or September. The film was completed the day before that the July of 18th arson incident, and they've got all the names of the people who died at the end credits. So if you're a KyoAni supporter, if you like their shit, make sure you check out the new Violet Evergarden movie. Pretty nice memorial, I guess, for the
So what
people that
happens?
died.
Someone just burned their fucking building
Yeah,
down?
somebody, while there were people in the studio or the building or whatever it was, somebody I think, man, I cannot remember why the person did it. I think it had something to do with them claiming they took an idea from them or something. I can't remember, but for whatever reason, the person fucking started a fire at the KyoAni office, and fucking I can't remember. Several people died, and there was a whole bunch of injuries.
That's how you solve your problems. You just burn the place down, I guess.
Right? Yeah.
That's
So
fucked.
That's fucked.
just sad, man, because it was a great studio.
Are they shut down permanently now, though?
No. It wasn't. A bunch of people got injured and a few people died, but yeah, it wasn't like they lost half their staff or anything like that. As far as I know, they're still going to be up and running. They're still going to be making more stuff. It's just they obviously lost a few people and shit like that. So,
That's pretty sad though that they would go through that shit.
right.
What a bunch of assholes, dude.
Telling you, man.
Let's not go to court and settle this like adults. Let's fucking just burn the fucking building down.
Well, welcome to the world we live in, man. Anybody that has issues, man, let's just go and
Guns blaze it.
gun
or burn it down.
blazing, shoot
Just
it
like that
down.
YouTube shooting, man. That chick that got all pissed off at YouTube for shadow banning her or whatever the fuck, and so she showed up at the YouTube offices and started shooting.
Yeah. So speaking of some movie stuff, I know we were talking about this about a week ago. Chris Rock is working on the Saw reboot, and it's moved up. It's coming out in 2020, in May. In May 2020, he's directing it, and he has stated that either he's going to star in it or he's going to direct it. I think it's more of a directing thing. This will be Chris Rock's first horror film directing, and he says he wants to bring Saw back to its roots. He said this is going to be more gruesome than any other Saw movie, and he stated that people know me for comedy, but I am into the whole horror film saga series, franchises, and stuff like that. I didn't even know he was a horror film guy until he did a recent interview saying, yeah, he's all into horror films, loves it. He said that he wished that they would do more with the genre of movies. I know.
Hopefully it's good because I love the original Saw.
He said that they're going back to its roots. It's been green lighted by. It's now got an official go. They're actually working on the rest of it. And let's see here. There's another Halloween movie coming out. It was also announced while the new Saw was announced. Lionsgate has picked both of them up, and they're gonna be a 3 series. So there you go. So if you're a Saw fan or a Halloween fan, you're gonna get more of it.
What about Bad Boys 3?
Bad Boys 3. Oh, that looked.
I just watched the trailer to that the other day. It looks fucking pretty goddamn good.
You know there's going to be more of those films, though. I hope so.
And then I can't believe you guys haven't said anything about this, so I don't think you guys have seen it. A live action Ghost Recon movie.
What?
Yes, sir, with the guy who played Punisher in the Netflix show.
I've seen it. I've heard
Dude.
of it.
Bro, watch the trailer, dude. It is fucking amazing. Amazing. I think he's the bad guy because it shows him in this fucking like armor and mask stuff at the end, and it looks a lot like the enemies. So I think they're playing out like the rise of one of the big baddies. But dude, it fucking looks. Oh my god, it looks amazing.
It's called Ghost Recon Breakpoint official trailer.
What, they're making a Breakpoint movie, or is it the
Yes,
game?
live action movie.
Live action movie alongside the game. That is awesome. It's actually called Ghost Recon Alpha. Or they made a Ghost Recon movie before. Ghost Recon Alpha, and then now they're making a Breakpoint into a movie. They greenlighted. I guess they greenlighted it. I heard about it on TV today that there's going to be a couple Ghost Recon movies coming out, and then we're getting the Division show. Not the one that failed not the one that failed a few years ago, but this one with Jake Gyllenhaal on Netflix.
Jake Gyllenhaal, huh?
Yep, Jake Gyllenhaal, one actress and one top tier actor, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
Is
man.
kind of
I don't
excited
know
for it.
that. The thing is, because Netflix has been dropping the ball lately, like with their shows, so I don't know if I'm really hyped for it.
Well, it's supposed to be a movie, not so much a show.
Even a movie, like, what was the last movie Netflix made? Bright, was it? Or they funded it or something like that?
Brightburn, and I heard it was pretty good.
They've made pretty good movies, not too bad. It's been 50-50.
Bro, like, here's the thing about Netflix. Like, the quality they put into their shit is pretty good. Now, some of the indie film shit that they've allowed to be on their platform that says Netflix exclusive doesn't necessarily mean that they themselves made it. They paid a group or a small team to make it. So, like, if you watch a shit that's made by Netflix, the quality in video has always been top tier. Not saying the shows are good. I'm just saying the quality that they put into their shit is actually really good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because I was really bummed out because Stranger Things season 3 was not good at all. Like I finished it, and I was just like, my god, that was terrible.
It's okay to have the wrong opinion.
They're greenlighting this. Robert Pattinson is gonna play Batman. Are they really greenlighting this?
No. Batman's already been dragged through the mud. I think Batman's done. But that Joker movie looks great, though.
It does.
That's what I keep hearing.
It does. They couldn't have picked a better person.
Yeah, and
No!
and they're
That guy's already. He's like, oh, it's like this part was made for him.
and they're rebooting Suicide Squad too.
Oof.
All I gotta say this is Blue is watch Gladiator. Watch how fucked that guy is. Like mentally,
Oh,
dude, that guy is off the chain.
That's a good movie.
So if that guy goes from this ruthless killer Caesar to like Joker, dude, that's
Go watch him play Walk the
heaven.
Line. Go watch him play Walk the Line and how much in character he gets into. When they did the interviews for that, how much he was into the Johnny Cash role was insane. Like he says he wants to walk the walk. When he does a character, he
goes through the motions, bro.
Through the motions, kind of like Jim Carrey when he was doing what's his name, Andy Coughlin. Like he just can't get out of the character. Even Offset, he was doing the Andy Coughlin stuff. Outside of it being insane and crazy. Like they have to feel the role 24/7.
Yeah, it's like DC. They picked the perfect Joker, but Batman, they literally just dropped the hammer. No, they didn't drop the ball. They literally dropped the hammer on your foot.
With who though?
That isn't that guy who is in Twilight. If I'm not mistaken. Is playing Batman now.
Oh, the new one. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Christian Bale's just like Tobey Maguire is the quintessential Spider-Man. Christian Bale is the quintessential Batman. This is all there is to it.
At least the first two movies are the canon Batman.
I don't even mind the third one. It's not as good, but I didn't mind it. Just like Spider-Man. Third one wasn't as good, but I still liked it. It's okay.
I
It's
want
always
to watch. I want to watch that one that was the animation that came out.
for which one?
Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
The animation's amazing.
Really? Because I don't like the whole like I don't know. It looked like a freeze frame type of situation when I saw the previews for it, and I was just like,
Well, it's a storytelling of Miles Morales.
And he's a
Right,
different Spider-Man. He has different
I
powers
heard-
and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I heard about. I know it's Miles Morales, and I know who he is. It's just like it kind of reminds me of Ruby, the original Ruby, not the new shit that they did.
I into the Spider-Verse or whatever it is. I liked it. I liked it.
No. I'm talking about. I'm not saying no. I'm saying the animation itself reminds me of Ruby. Like the first when Ruby first came around, and it was like this janky ass 3D modeled character, and the animation looked like it was fucking garbage. Like it was a good story, but it just didn't look good. And I saw previews for Spider-Verse, and I was like, if it looks like that, I don't know if I want to watch it. But my guys have watched it. They said it was really good, so I might end up watching it. So
Check it out. It's definitely
Hey,
good.
it can't be any worse than RoboCop. The Max. It's low CGI. Back in the day.
No, but I think Spider-Verse is better than the new Spider-Man movie came out. Far From Home. It's definitely better than Far From Home. Like I think Spider-Verse is way better than Far From Home.
Hey man, I like the first 3 Spider-Mans. There you go.
wait, was Far From Home the one where he goes against that one dude with the wings?
You
Jake
know,
Gyllenhaal.
no, he goes in Far From Home. He goes to Europe to fight Mysterio, which what they did to Spider-Man in Far From Home, I can't forgive. Like
they fucked him up.
Homecoming was really good, but Far From Home was like, why? Like making him into the next Iron Man. It's like, when was Spider-Man supposed to be Iron Man?
Okay, all right. I don't think I've seen that one then.
No, it's the new Marvel ones, not the original Tobey
Well,
Maguire.
supposedly Disney and Sony are back at the negotiation tables again.
Well, yeah, at this point they can't really cut the brakes on Spider-Man because they have the first 2 movies out, so they can't really just cut it out.
Sony could reboot it, and they could literally.
I hope they do.
I hope
really
they really do, and just stick the middle finger to Disney and just
Yep.
like
Tell them to fuck off.
just make
The
their own
thing is,
movie.
I don't think I can watch Uncle Ben get shot for like the 5th time now.
No, they could make it a darker version of Spider-Man though.
Dude,
Maybe.
Spider-Man 2099, bro. I'm down.
There you
I'm
go.
down.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
And it could start a whole new. We talked about this last time, but it could start a whole new thing because they could bring back Batman Beyond
Yeah.
and fuck. Oh, dude, they could
They
do
could
a
make
whole
it-
bunch
they
of
could-
these.
You know what they
like
could
the
do?
original.
They could take the Miles Morales and just soup that shit up real quick.
That'd be a good 2099, dude. Because if anybody remembers the comics of 2099, it was short-lived, but god damn was it fantastic.
Can we
Yeah,
get like
let's
that
go.
LA Noir like
Oh.
Spider-Man though? Like that'd be kind of cool as well.
Bro, Hulk 2099.
2099. Yep.
What amazing, bro. It made Venom look like a little tiny bitch, dude. Like, it looked like Hulk 2099 looks like Venom and Banner had a baby.
Oh no, please. That's a weird
And-
image in my head.
Think of it as Hulk, but like 10 times the size, probably about 100 times the strength, maybe. And he literally eats his way through enemies. It's no longer Hulk smash, it's Hulk eats, okay? Like, it is ridiculous, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot the whole series about this. Yes, I would take a Spider-Man 2099, movie. Dude, it looks more sadistic. I forgot all about
It is. It was done originally in partnership with Todd McFarlane.
Yep.
And dude, Todd made that shit bounce, dude. I was like, whoa, dude.
I would say
so amazing,
You
dude.
know what they
Oh,
could do?
God.
Sorry.
no, like for Spider-Man in the future, I feel like if they should they could do that, but I don't want to go back to Spider-Man when he's in high school again. I want to see Spider-Man as an adult.
2099, boy, he is not in high school.
He's not in high school anymore. It's more rated
He
R
is-
and dark.
He is
Can we have
literally He is
Can we have that,
literally,
please?
dude. He is literally keeping himself from being eaten. Okay, by all of his enemies, like more so than ever. Like it is ridiculous, but it's also a lot more gruesome.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked about it, though. Like I was like, yo, like if they did this in animation, this would sell.
Oh, dude, they could do it live action, bro.
Oh,
They could do it live action, and I'd be
They
alright
could
with
do it live action because Venom was great.
Venom was great. I loved Venom, dude.
I did too.
Dude, Venom, like I loved the way they made him in that movie, dude. This last movie that came out, dude, like I liked the way they portrayed him. It was so fucking accurate.
Because
Yeah, it was good.
they're doing the Eddie Brock comic book series.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they're doing
not
it right.
Not the Spider-Man Venom, the actual Venom comic book character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know how I feel about that.
if you follow the Venom series, right, with Eddie Brock, and then it moves over to being another symbiote, and that's how Spider-Man becomes Venom. If you really read the series.
Technically, okay, so like versus the like all the videos and the movies that we've seen, like his first outfit was a symbiote. It was not cloth at first.
Yes.
When he first discovered his powers is when the symbiote attaches himself to him when he's sleeping. He doesn't even know about it. He's asleep. So this guy wakes up and he's got like different vision, and all of a sudden he realizes that he could do a lot more, you know.
Well,
He didn't have to rely on his web slinger anymore. He could actually just use the suit and reserve his web slinging. Like it was a lot of different shit that he woke up to. And the only way he could get that fucking thing off is through a sonic blaster. Like nobody talks about that. The sonic blaster is how he took that bitch off.
Well,
originally
Spider-Man, if you read the comics, he discovers a rock and takes it to the scientists, and then it becomes into what we now know Venom. If you really want to go there with the original Venom, but Eddie Brock was the first one. Eddie was the first the first Venom altogether. Which
he was.
Well, they're doing a great
the first
storytelling.
Venom, yeah.
And I like the storytelling because we get to see Black Cat, kind of how they started dating, you know, how they became, and then how Spider-Man comes into the picture of it all.
You know, Black Cat's gonna be hot as fuck, right?
Right.
That booty for days.
Waifu material.
Hey, it can't be as worse as Andrew Garfield in the
God, don't even mention
the clock
mention
tower,
that shit
and I
here.
turned around in the theater and I went, "This is not comic book. This is some made up bullshit."
The problem is
Why would you bring that shit up?
you can't
'Cause I
make
can.
Into a purist conversation.
I can.
No, but with Spider-Man, you can't really do Gwen Stacy though, because Gwen Stacy's like Spider-Man's girlfriend that dies.
Yeah, you can.
So it's kind of like.
She died on a
But
bridge.
this,
She didn't die
Yeah,
in a
but
clock
it's-
tower. They did it all wrong.
I mean, but don't people? But if you, since people who already know Spider-Man, don't they already know that Gwen Stacy is the one that dies out of all his girlfriends he's had?
A lot of people that are coming into the Spider-Man, like new people that are coming into it, they don't have no clue what Screen.
Yeah, they don't
is.
know. Yeah. All they know is Mary
Right.
Jane, which is
They
why
know
Mary Jane is
Jane
always
and Black Cat. That's all they
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
even
all
Black
they
Cat.
know.
That's iffy.
I thought he just like I thought didn't Black Cat like seduce him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
definitely
Black
did,
Cat was
'cause
like,
he's older than him,
yo,
right?
They were
Yes!
the friends with benefits. There you go.
dude, Black Cat was like in the comics, Black Cat was like a MILF, dude.
Was it? Didn't Black Cat play out a whole lot like Catwoman did in the comics?
Yes.
Because Catwoman and Batman always had like she'd be an enemy for a while, but then they'd team up and there'd be some sexual tension
Yes,
between
so
them,
there
and
would
she'd always
be-
like try and seduce him and shit like that.
So
And Black
That's
Cat ended up
exactly
being
what
almost
Black
the
Cat was
exact same thing.
for
Yeah.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't quite a villain, she wasn't quite a friend, but there was tension between them, and they always like.
And then
yeah.
then you had that whole thing with Daredevil and Symmetra or whatever her name was, not Symmetra. God, I said
Elektra?
Killer Instinct. Elektra. Oh, like Killer Instinct came in there for
well,
some
if
reason.
you really want to go through the comic books, right?
Oh, Overwatch, sorry.
If you
Yeah.
want to go through the comic books, Black Cat and Venom, when he was wearing the suit, were like boyfriend and girlfriend for the longest. And then when he took the suit, when the Fantastic Four came in to kill the suit, or trap the symbiote, they didn't really kill it like they portray in the movies. They became basically just friends, technically. Friends
See,
and
I didn't-
enemies.
I didn't know they did that in the movie.
Yeah, they killed it
Dude,
off
I
in
never-
number 3.
I didn't watch the Fantastic Four garbage, dude.
Not in the movies. In the comic, they trap the symbiote. The
Symbiote,
yeah. In the movies, they put a bunch of poles around, and then he slaps the poles and basically kills them that way because of the noise, which was so stupid.
Bro. Okay, so just here with.
And I want to say this: Young Goblin, he doesn't fucking die. What the fuck? In Sam Raimi's version, what the fuck? You have him die and make it into a sad scene like we're some emo shit going on.
Bro, I'm about to bust some serious symbiote crossverse shit right now. Okay. Spawn's suit is one of the many.
Can we get a Spawn movie, please?
Well, we
already
are.
had one, bitch.
And we had one, yeah.
We had
So
one.
check
We're getting
this-
another
And it
one.
was epic.
Here's the thing. Spawn's suit is a female. Now I want you to think about this. It's a female. She is the leading patriarch of her family in hell. Think about this.
Listen, I've seen enough hentai.
Venom!
Going.
Venom's a symbiote, and he's a guy. You're gonna tell me that he doesn't have a shot? That motherfucker eats people just like she does.
Bram, I've watched enough
Not
hentai to know
wrong.
where this is going. So
Bro, dude, like, there's so, like, here's the thing. Like, I know they did some cross shit with Marvel and DC, but they did it cheesily. It was cheesy. Like, you could tell the story writers did not care for shit about it, right? They did some cross universe shit with DC and the Predator series. It was good. Why don't they do
Batman
that
versus
shit?
Predator, right?
Yeah, Batman
Yeah,
and Predator.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
It was-
franchise.
I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about.
So that's what I'm saying, though. Like, why don't they do that shit with, like, Todd McFarlane's universes with Marvel? Like, I think that would be, like, a pretty awesome, a pretty fantastic situation,
Yeah.
considering the possibility that I just named.
well, yeah. Well, Marvel is kind of. Have you guys seen the movies for Stage 3 or whatever? Not Stage 4.
No.
The all-female cast and shit like that.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not talking. I'm talking about that. It's like a bunch of other stuff because none of the movies look particularly well.
No.
Any good.
What do you mean by stage 4? Like,
The next batch of movies, there's gonna be
For
a
Marvel,
Scarlet
yeah.
Witch.
They're
Oh,
calling
that's
it, they're-
right.
Yeah, they're calling it Stage 4.
they have some
Scarlet-
weird, yeah.
The Scarlet Witch, which I don't mind. Captain Marvel, I'm not sure why they're giving her a sequel, but whatever.
Dude, she acted so poorly in what she was in.
She's a plank of wood, to be accurate.
Just like Ray.
Bro, Captain Marvel.
Dude, what is it with these movies
What the
finding the
fuck?
most boring, non-emoting, like, actresses ever? Ray, Captain Marvel, like, all of them, bro. They're terrible.
What do you mean, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, and
Yeah,
Scarlet
but she
Witch,
was
they're
picked way
great.
before. I'm talking about the new ones, bro. All
But
the new ones
Scarlett
coming out.
Johansson is a good actor. You know how many shitty roles Scarlett Johansson's been placed in, and she made the role fit and actually make the movie worth watching? Like, Scarlett Johansson, she may be a bitch, but she's a good bitch. She's a good actress.
So speaking
But-
of comic books, right? Speaking of comic books, I'll bring you guys into some of my first issues ever. This was done in 1987.
Damn, that's old.
If you're into Predator, there you guys go, Predator. 1987. You can't tell.
I
I'm
have
not
that.
You
I
can't,
have that.
You can't tell I'm not a Venom person either because I love Venom to pieces, and I have the other printed stuff for it. But here you go, 1985. And just one more. You can't tell I'm not a Venom fan at all. Here's another
Definitely
one for
not. Couldn't tell.
you. There you go. There you go. Another one just for the hell of it. And the I think this was issue 5. This is issue 1 actually of the Predator series.
Shit.
How old is that
This
one?
is Alien versus Predator. This is the first issue. This was done when comic books were done in. This was by Philip Northwood. This was actually 1989. First issue.
Holy shit.
First issue of the
2
franchise.
years. That's the year my brother was born.
Right there. And
Fuck, man, you're
this
making me feel old, bruh.
now this issue right here was sold for $2.50, and in Canada it was sold for $3.50. There you go.
How much is it worth now?
Oh man,
Oh, a lot more.
a
Yeah.
lot more now. I've collected old comic books because I like reading them because I get the reprints and I read them. That's why I know so much about the franchises. If I can go find it, I'll get you guys one of these days on the Game Talks. Maybe I'll find it. It's my cross universe between Batman and Predator.
I have
How does that?
Those issues are great.
I have them. They start off fighting, and then they start off fighting. Like Batman ends up trying to hunt him, and the Predator sees him as a worthy opponent, of course, because Yapchas are like that. They're like, "Oh, you can kick ass? I'm fucking excited, right?" That's a Yapcha for you. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So then fucking Xenomorphs it. So they end up teaming up, and the team up is pretty badass.
They need to make a
Like
movie.
it's really good, dude. It's so good. They do. They do. They need to make a movie on that shit.
I remember, I think the old Batman animated series. It had Batman versus Dracula. That shit was cool as hell. If anyone remembers that.
Yeah.
They need to make a Batman Beyond movie. Seriously, Static Shock, I'd be all right with too.
Static Shock would be sick. Let's see. Yeah, Batman Beyond though, dude. I actually liked Batman Beyond a lot when I
I
was
did
a kid.
too.
That
I
was
loved it,
really
bro.
good.
I
The
remember
fucking-
watching it on
The
Cartoon Network.
fucking gloves that just you put it up to the glass and he could hear everything within 200-foot radius.
If you
Like,
like,
it was
if you like this
ridiculous.
show, you'll like the comics. They go in more detail in the comics, with Batman Beyond, more than what the
And
show
Bru-
gave you.
And Bruce being a crotchety old fuck.
Yeah,
Because in Batman Beyond, he's literally like crotchety old fuck who hates everybody.
yeah.
Like, he is like Scrooge McDuck, okay? Like, it is funny, dude.
Well, Life of Crime Fighting, I guess it does what it does to someone. So
And what's crazy is if I remember correctly, Pete, Batman Beyond, didn't some of the villains have kids?
Joker did.
Oh man, yeah, I think
Joker,
so.
I think Joker had a kid. Scarecrow, I think, had a kid even. And Riddler had a kid. Yeah, dude, some of these guys had kids.
Yep.
And they're all going after the Bat because he killed their dad, or they killed their dad, or they put their dad behind bars or some shit. So they're trying. It's like a whole vengeance thing.
like the Hobgoblin. What was it? The Goblin, his son.
Right. Yeah,
What
yeah.
I didn't understand is in the movie they don't really justify it, but Harry and Spider-Man have a whole series between each other, which they could have just made a movie between each other, because if you read the comics and the storyline to it, it's really done well. And they go after each other for a while until they become friends, and then Harry becomes a good guy all of a sudden, and then that's when the Hobgoblin becomes.
Yeah, it was that's the thing. That was the thing about number 3, is that they rushed that.
That's the thing. But the problem of number 3 is Venom. Venom is one of the big problems. Number 3.
No,
I didn't even have a problem with Venom.
The big problem with 3 is they put so much storylines. They clash so many.
Yeah, they
different
crammed
storylines.
Sandman in there. They crammed Hobgoblin. They crammed Venom.
I feel like they shouldn't have touched Hobgoblin though.
The only thing they did well was Sandman and
Yeah, Sandman's was really good,
Mhm.
and he worked out great. Venom, it was just kind of, it wasn't bad, but it was just thrown in.
He felt like he was
gonna
just
say,
stuffed in.
Venom was just there, right?
Yeah, because it was,
saw some-
Spidey had the black suit, and then
Yeah.
he tells about Brock faking the photo and shit, and then all of a sudden Brock gets the suit, and then he's all of a sudden teaming up with Sandman, and it's like, wait, whoa, how the fuck
And they
is all
didn't
this
even
happening?
tell that story right. It should be the reverse.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Eddie Brock is actually the first Venom. They should have done it reverse.
And then they threw in all that into where the Hobgoblin is evil, but then becomes good, and then helps Spider-Man. And it's just like, okay, guys, you were trying to do.
He
too
had a
much.
concussion, and then he didn't have a concussion, and then the whole Mary Jane thing made no sense in between that. And then we got emo version of Tobey Maguire.
Like if they were to do those, if they were to finish that series the right way,
They could have
I
done
think would've-
separate movies.
Oh, that's it. Number 3 would have started off with Hobgoblin coming into power, and then him and Spidey have a face-off at the end, and Spider-Man beats him but doesn't like completely beat him, and he runs off. And then you could start out the 4th movie with him and Hobgoblin kind of going at it. But then, you get into Sandman and Venom or whoever, you can pick anybody at that
But
point.
didn't a lot of that situation have a lot to do with Tobey Maguire's decision to stop making Spider-Man?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, it did.
Probably.
Didn't they like cram all this shit in there because Tobey Maguire was leaving and they had to do what they could to save the series, and it turned out to be far worse than it.
Well, the reason why he was leaving was because he said, I just can't take the injuries no more. And he got a concussion too during the CGI. Like he fell off the wire and got a freaking concussion. And he was saying the amount of money they're offering me is not enough. I can't keep, trying to reheal myself after.
That's fair.
After concussion. He was worried about concussions and more damage to his body.
But that's the thing, though, dude. Like,
well, he was doing his own stunts. That was the thing.
I understand that, but like, here's the thing, and this has been my issue with like everything in the entertainment industry, including video games and music licensing. Do these people not know how to negotiate their fucking contracts? Like, seriously, think about it, dude. Sony Pictures made so much fucking money with Tobey Maguire, of all things, right? And they had a semi-decent story with the first 2 movies. It was okay. Wasn't fantastic by any means, but it was okay.
The second movie was amazing. What do you mean, Ribzone?
Not with the placement of how the situations took place. There's a lot of things that they sort of jumped on. You know what I mean? They sort of jumped the fucking camel to get into the other parts of the story of Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man. Obviously. I'm not saying he was a bad one. What I'm saying is he should have negotiated his fucking contract better. And it's the same with developers and publishers. They don't know how to negotiate, dude.
To answer, so Harry Osborn was the new Goblin. The Hobgoblin's a whole different thing. So
yeah.
when they did number 2, they were kind of going into the Hobgoblin thing, because in between the Hobgoblin, him and Harry have a fight, and then Harry becomes the White Knight good guy. He actually becomes a good guy eventually, but then he eventually dies. Eventually, over time, it's like a whole series. Him and Spider-Man do not see eye to eye, and then Hobgoblin fits into it because if you guys watch the I think it was after the Sam Raimi version when they did the Amazing Spider-Man or whatever it is, with Andrew Garfield, you kind of get the idea of what the Hobgoblin is. They tried to give you they tried to give you a reboot of the first Spider-Man within the Amazing Spider-Man, but failed miserably to tell that story to you.
Out of those movies, my favorite thing was Dr. Octopus, dude. They did him so good.
Great
They did a really good Doc Ock, dude. Like the actor was perfect.
Oh, he was fucking perfect, dude.
Fucking perfect, bro.
The haircut and everything, dog.
Yes, exactly. The fucking cheesy sunglasses. They included everything, bro.
The thing is, those first 2 Sam Raimi movies are just the best peak Spider-Man in terms of live action.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This is what I'm saying. Tobey Maguire is the quintessential Spider-Man. That's all there is to it.
Because Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, like there'll be no other Green Goblins.
William Dafoe is amazing in anything he does.
Anything, dude.
Same with
he plays an amazing good guy. He plays an amazing fucking villain, dude. He is really an all-rounder, dude. That's what I love about William Dafoe. He's ugly as fuck, but he fits it.
What movie was that? The best scene, iconic scene, Platoon, where he's in the battle scene and the what was it? Tom, what's his name from Major League, turns around and tells, "I just left him there. Fuck him." And he's getting shot in slow motion, and it's like they get this dramatic music going on. William Dafoe is selling it so hard, him getting shot by
No, bro, no. William Dafoe and fucking God damn it. Saints.
Oh, dude.
Boondock Saints.
Yes.
There was a firefight. Dude, that shit was fucking incredible, bro.
I wish that's another series. I wish a series of movies they would continue with is Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. I haven't even
Fuck
seen the
yeah,
second one. I
dude.
don't think.
William Dafoe also did a great
What?
job.
I
in,
can't remember. I can't remember. I might have.
What video
I
game
might
was
have.
that he was in recently? Oh my god.
Shit.
Beyond Two Souls. Sold that game, man. He sold that game because of the evil ways he was in that.
Also, and you know, I know I like to show that Death Note movie, but he did a pretty good Ryuk, William Dafoe.
Oh, dude, he was the best Ryuk, dude. Like he nailed Ryuk like 1-to-1, bro. Like his
I won't agree with that. Yeah.
his mannerisms, his speech, the way he like crinkled up without an apple, like the whole 9 yards, dude.
Problem
Even
is
his
just-
dark sense of humor, dude. It was great.
William Dafoe is just good at everything. That's just the only thing to this. He's just good at everything. Like no matter what role he's in, he's just the best. Even in bad
agree.
movies, he's good.
Here, him and Martin Sheen. Love Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen's good. Have you guys seen Hot Shots Part Dukes yet?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro. Bro. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. I still remember I was 8 years
Haven't seen
old,
it.
laying in a cheap ass hotel or a motel bed with my
Me-
parents and my brother watching Hot Shots Part 2 for the first time. That scene where he's in the fucking
Hey,
boat
man.
and he just keeps shooting the machine gun.
Pete,
The whole thing fills up with
Pete,
fucking
we
bullet
got-
casings.
we gotta school our young our young junior that's above
We
us
do.
right now. We gotta
We
watch
do.
this with them, dude.
Top Gun is coming out with another movie.
I saw
That
the
looks-
trailer for
that
that.
looks-
It
That
actually
looks really
looks
good.
pretty good.
Maverick.
Oh,
Yeah.
all original cast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Hey, they did
How?
it. Hey, they could do it, but another Independence Day they can't, which sucks.
Nope. Yeah, that.
They couldn't reason with Will Smith. That's all they needed to do. They could have delayed it for a little bit, and Will Smith would have starred in it. But instead, we
I
got
think
a
Will-
watered down version.
Hey,
I think Will Smith is one of the most overrated actors. Like he was good
Really?
in like.
What?
I think he was a terrible genie. A lot. He was a terrible genie.
What?
And
Really?
Independence,
Wow.
yeah.
You know
and
what? You know what? I can't hate you for that, Blue, because like
You didn't experience him in the 90s.
no.
No, like-
I see what he's saying. He's saying that he never got used to the genie version with Will Smith, which
Because
I
of Robin
understand.
Williams. Yeah, I can understand that.
I understand that because it took me like 20 to 30 minutes of watching that movie to get used to it. Because there was a lot of weird things that Will had to do to like mimic some of the things that Robin Williams did.
See, and this
So-
is the problem with doing live action remakes, man.
But it was good though. Like I liked Aladdin. I really did. I loved Aladdin. Will Smith actually nailed the vocals of all the songs really well. Which obviously he's a singer. He's
But
going to
if
be
you,
able
if
to.
you go into Aladdin with a different mindset, not thinking of Robin Williams,
I
at
had
all,
to. I had
you
to. It
have
was
to
so
literally
hard.
go into it a different mindset, going, "This is different," and you got to
I
have a
had
different
to.
mindset behind it.
And it was good.
It's the
Damn
same
it,
with the
but-
same when I saw Lion King. I went into it going, I have to have no like no
Oh, I couldn't
no
watch Lion
opinion
King.
no,
no, I
no
couldn't
opinion
do it.
on
Yeah.
it. No
See,
opinion
this is
on
the
it.
thing. Like, Disney shouldn't have even done it, dude. It's like you have the animated
And
classics.
actually, the Lion
you will
King was
never
pretty
top
good.
them.
Actually, I thought it was really good.
I gotta see. I liked. See, you know what's funny, dude? Is like Aladdin was like in my top 5 for favorite movies of the year for this year. So,
I can't wait for
Um,
Milan. I can't wait for Milan. So they.
Yo,
dude,
Mulan
no, they're gonna.
looks sick.
Oh, they're gonna fuck it up, bro.
I'll be in
They're
the theater
gonna
watching
fuck
that
it up.
one.
bro,
They're
did
gonna
you see?
fuck it up so hard.
Did you see what they turned it into though? It looked like they turned it into a pretty cool martial arts movie, which I'm down with, dude. I'm down with that shit.
The whole thing is gonna be, oh, she's a woman, she can't do this. And
No.
yeah, it will,
Well,
bro. I bet you. I'll
That's how
bet you
Disney.
anything.
No. Pete, listen. The original Mulan was like that too, bro.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
no,
was.
no,
the
it
whole
was not.
arranged marriage thing.
I
was
know.
in the
Hang
original
on.
movie.
Hang on. Yes,
Yeah.
they had those parts in it, but the whole movie wasn't about that.
So you think that this is going to be a
I
major
think
focus?
I think it's gonna turn into a total fucking feminist power fantasy, and every
know,
male
man.
character is gonna be telling her, "Oh, you can't do this because you're a woman," and the whole thing is gonna be her proving them wrong. And
Well,
Well,
that
they
was like
did
that
they-
wasn't
they
what
did
the
that in
original was.
They
no,
did
they
that in the original.
only
Yes,
in the
they-
beginning, right? The whole rest of it.
No,
they didn't
even when she starts talking about being in the army, like her father says, a woman can't join the army.
Sure, fair enough. And
Right.
yeah, then she goes, kind of sort of to prove him wrong, kind of sort of to help him out and
You're
all that.
right.
But by the end of the movie, right, like they go to save the emperor and shit, and it's not fucking nobody's telling her, oh well, you should stay back because you're a chick. Like no, that like it evolves beyond that, and that's why I don't mind Mulan as a movie. But I think they're gonna fuck the remake up because, dude, they're gonna have to. That's what all this shit turns into.
We'll see what happens because I'm gonna.
We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my fucking words.
There you go. I want to see it myself because it does look good.
All right.
And you know what? They still haven't released. Like they have not at all. And this is what's making me think that Eddie Murphy might be the voice again of Mushu.
Oh, that would be good.
Have not. You have not seen anything about Mushu in there at all. Remember, like the old Disney film, you saw Eddie Murphy act his voice acting, with Mushu, and everything was great, right?
That's gonna be CGI in. You watch.
No, it will be. Yeah, well, absolutely. There's no real dragon in the world. You know what I mean? But like,
they could do practical effects, but yeah, they're not going to. It'll be CGI.
I wonder if they're saving that, if they're like doing that as a surprise, because that would be amazing if Eddie Murphy.
A surprise reveal, like right before it comes out, and co-starring Eddie Murphy as Mushu. Yeah. I can see that.
Zombieland double. Oh tap.
Yeah,
can't wait for that.
That looks pretty good.
Oh,
he's
real quick.
I don't like you.
Real quick, I've seen Zombieland, but the other movie we were talking about, Mulan, I've never watched Mulan ever.
Oh man, that's terrible, dude.
Man,
how we gotta beat some
you know what we need to do? You know what we need to do? We need to get.
We need to pop his court, guys. I got it. Let's go.
No, what we need to do is we need to go into the Discord one day. We have a watch animate section in the Discord. And
like tonight?
We could, and have him watch all these great movies.
I was thinking about watching Hot Shots Part Dukes, dude. Hell yeah. Blue has not seen that.
I haven't seen a lot of movies. I haven't seen Bad
Major
Boys.
League? Have you seen Major Leagues?
Nope.
Oh God! Wow.
You are not a man of culture.
Wait,
how about baseball? It's a really funny movie though.
Is this the one where they toss a ball into a yard and it was like an imaginary giant dog there?
No, that's Sandlot.
That's Sandlot, which is another movie you have to see. You're killing me, Small.
Come on, how about the replacements? The replacements with
Nope, I haven't seen it.
Oh. How about Any Given Sunday?
I'm sorry, what?
Any Given Sunday.
Jerry Maguire.
I haven't heard of that. I'm sorry.
All right, Blue, let me explain how this is going to work for you. You're going to put your legs in the stirrups, and then we're going to go in, and I got to turn this until these little butterfly clips go down, and then I'm going like that, all right?
How about the original Fast and the Furious? Come on.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen all of
Oh, thank God.
Including that really bad Fast and Furious 8 or whatever it was called.
I don't think I've watched past 6.
I watched.
That's okay. My headcanon ends when fucking when Dom and Paul Walker split on the freeway. Like that's my headcanon right there.
Just like how Spike doesn't die at the end of Cowboy Bebop. Exactly. See? That's how
you know what though, Pete? Tokyo Drift was really good.
I love Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift was really good. Like
yeah,
a lot of
I just meant in the series, like not chronologically.
Right. How about Jumanji, buddy? The original.
Tell me what it's about real quick, because I've heard of that before. I'm thinking
Robin Williams and a couple of kids. They start playing a game, and the board game comes to life.
Yes, I've watched it. All right.
Okay.
How about How about Hook?
I'm sorry, what? Never heard of that.
Hook. It's a Peter Pan reimagination with
Rufio.
How about The Count of Monte Cristo?
But wait,
come on.
This guy.
Is that a book or a movie?
The Three Musketeers with Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
Oliver Black. Come on.
Yeah.
I never watched.
How about The Musketeer, man?
Dude,
I love The Musketeer.
The Musketeer, the Three Musketeers, Count of Monte Cristo are all three fantastic fucking movies.
Isn't the
Man in the Iron Mask
book,
is even a part of that.
Yes, it's a book, and well, actually, it's several movies because there was one made in like the 50s or something. But there's a new one with Guy Pearce and who plays the Count? I can't remember his name, but he's really good too.
What was the one?
I can't remember.
How about Robin Hood? Both movies, the new one and the old one.
No. There's a few of those actually. There's the dude that plays in Waterworld. What's his name?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's Robin Hood's really good, and the new one that just came out is fucking epic. Like, it is so good, dude.
I like Men in Tights.
Men in Tights is amazing.
That's in that shitty motel room with Hot Shots
how about
Part
the
2.
Holy Grail? How about the Holy Grail?
Monty Python?
Monty
Blue?
Python.
I have not watched Indiana
Oh
Jones.
my
How
god.
about Indiana Jones? Come on.
I haven't seen any Indiana Jones movie. That's
Oh
why
my
it was so
God.
hard for me to
How
recall
about
that.
Rush Hour 1?
Nope.
Okay,
God.
I'm going to have to go find you something to
You
watch.
guys,
that.
I need to find a bigger cork remover. This is not gonna fix Blue.
Because we're getting ready for Rush Hour 4, and he hasn't seen any of them, so we need to watch Rush Hour with him.
Dude,
Terrible.
Rush Hour 3 was
Just
awesome.
don't watch.
Oh,
Just don't watch.
hilarious,
Just
dude.
don't watch the TV show. The TV show is garbage.
They have
Oh,
TV
okay,
shows.
Blue, this is an easy one. It's got females in it, so
Charlie's
Alright.
Angels. Have you seen Charlie's Angels?
that's
No.
exactly what I was gonna say. God damn it, Blue, you're not helping me here.
How about Charlie? How about Charlie's Angels? Have you seen it with Lucy Liu? Come
I've
on.
never. No, the problem is I've never heard of Charlie's Angels till now.
How about Kill Bill 1 and 2?
I've seen the first one, not the second though.
Ooh, the second one is really good. We should get you to watch the second one.
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
Nope. Haven't seen
How
it.
about Reservoir Dogs? Sorry, I'm butchering the name.
Reservoir Dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Jackie
Jackie
Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Nope.
Dude.
Casino?
Shit. I haven't.
God.
Your name
Whoa!
Listen, I still haven't even watched Lord of the Rings. Okay, so
Oh no.
Out! He's out! Where's the remove button? Block!
Oh, terrible.
the problem is I said I was gonna watch Lord of the Rings
How
2
about Ready
months
to
ago and I
Rumble?
forgot.
Ready to Rumble.
Nope, I haven't heard of it. I think I killed Brimstone.
Blue, I'm turning into a vegetable
How
here.
about a great movie called The Wrestler?
Crap. Shit. I'm trying to think. Never mind. I haven't seen it.
Nacho Libre? Jesus!
How about the movie Ali? Come on. Will Smith.
I actually like that one, dude. I actually seen that. That was a really good movie.
Shit. I haven't seen Ollie. I've seen the Rocky movies.
Oh,
That
that's
counts
some
for the-
redeeming
that's good
quality
shit.
right there.
Yeah, Rocky movies are good. I even like the new one.
Is it good? I haven't seen it yet.
Rocky Balboa, I liked it.
Yeah,
I
that
thought it was
a
a
good-
real
Oh,
good end to
that-
the series.
We're getting another Rambo. It's like his
Yeah.
final-
There's-
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
And we're getting another Creed movie too. That was also talked about.
Well, that's Creed is supposed to take over for Rocky.
Rocky's supposed to, finally
Get the fuck out.
get the fuck out pretty much.
The new Terminator looks awesome. I'm
Yep.
looking forward to seeing that.
I don't know. I didn't. Eh.
The
You-
problem
you know
is Terminator hasn't been good since Terminator 2.
I liked 3, 4,
I don't know.
and
Some of my friends want to
fucking
go see
Genesis.
this because they've seen the play Cats. They want to go see the actual movie itself. I heard.
Why?
I heard
those
Cat.
furry fucks.
No, I've heard Cats is like on Broadway really good, but I'm like live action movie. I don't
It's
know.
on. It's been a live action movie for a while, actually. Like Cats has
it's
been around.
terrible.
It's fucking horrible.
Dude, they
The
look like those. That's monster fuel right there.
The problem is,
That's
When
probably
we
like
talk about-
that's like the furry community's best movie, I bet.
Right?
no, gangster.
Fuck.
Here's the thing with about cats. Like I saw memes where it's like, this is not what we meant by cat girls, and it just
Right?
shows cats.
This is not it. This is not lit, fam.
Elon Musk.
This is not what up.
Project, cancel it now. Cancel it.
I'm gonna be real with you, dog. This ain't it. Like at all. Terrible, dude. Terrible. Watching that trailer fucking hurts, bro. I'm cringing so hard my back is curling.
That
Dude,
trailer was a horror movie. What do you mean?
Okay, how about this one, Blue, for you? My Cousin Vinny.
Ooh.
Nope.
Oh my god. Fuck is her name, dude?
Melissa Tormain.
Tomei, yeah.
Tomei.
Tomei. Yeah. Oh my god. And her and she was even sexy as shit in the new one with the Lincoln Lawyer.
How about one of
Okay, hold on. Let me dumb this one down for him. The Craft.
oh man.
He
He doesn't want to answer.
being silent, so I think that's an answer right there.
The problem is, it's like, I'll be honest with you guys.
How
Most
about
movies
anger
I haven't
management? Anger management.
Oh, that
haven't
was
seen
a
it.
good one.
The problem is, most movies I haven't seen.
Space Jam.
Yes, I've seen Space Jam.
Spaceballs.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Nope.
I can't even
That's
look at
what.
the camera anymore.
No batteries
problem-
included.
I haven't seen that. When P was telling me, dude, you haven't really watched any movie.
Little Giants. Come on.
Nope.
Angels in the
Wow.
outfield.
Nope. Here's the thing, Pete. When you told me I haven't
The
seen
Mighty
most
Ducks
movies,
all three.
I literally haven't seen most movies. No, I haven't seen any of Mighty Duck movie. No.
Oh my god. The Mighty Ducks, bro. Emilio Estevez.
I
Men at
haven't
Work.
seen most movies.
What about Men
No,
at
I
Work?
How about
No,
how
I saw
about,
Men
how
at-
about Wall Street? Both of them.
Wolf of Wall Street.
No, Wall
said-
Street.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. But I've seen Wolf of
One
Wall
with
Street.
Charlie Sheen and
I haven't seen Wall
Charlie
Street.
and it was him and his dad, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Wall Street, but I have seen Wolf of Wall Street. That's the only I've seen that.
Yo, how fucked up is that, dude? Like, so both Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen are father and son, right?
Yep.
But yet Emilio Estevez looks so much like his fucking father, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what?
He doesn't.
Charlie
He took
Sheen
his.
looks nothing like his fucking
He took
dad.
his mother's last name. He didn't want to be part of the whole Sheen thing.
I know, but like they were in a movie together, dude. That's what I don't understand. Like they got along in the movie together.
Hey,
that's what I
name the
thought.
original name the original 5 bad boys of Hollywood back then.
He's not gonna be able to.
No. I'm talking to Brimstone and Gangster there. Come on.
From what timeline?
From the 80s on. We had
Steven Seagal.
Well, yeah, Steven
Sean Claude
Seagal.
Van Damme.
No, we're talking about we're not bad boys like that. Talking about drug addicts.
Oh,
Back
oh,
then.
Oh, Emilio
Kiefer-
Estevez,
Kiefer
Charlie
Sutherland.
Sheen, Keith Sutherland.
Charlie Sheen.
I
Yeah.
already said that one. That's 3.
Amelia Estevez.
I already
That's-
said that one.
You already said that. That's 3.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
of. Robert Downey Jr. and his brother, right?
No, it was actually Clive Owen, I think it was.
Oh yeah, Clive Owen.
Clive Owen was
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had to think about who that
because
was.
he got clean right after he did Phone Booth.
There was another one that was really bad off too. The dude that was with fucking Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Patrick
During-
Swayze, Point Break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze
He was pretty
bad.
big. He was pretty big into drugs at the time.
Those were the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
those were the bad boys of. Same with Eddie Murphy. Comedy actor wise, it was Eddie Murphy, Chris Farley.
Yo, Chris Farley though, dude, that's sad, man. That guy fucking oh.
Hilarious movies.
How about
Great
how about
movies.
Grown Ups? Blue Grown Ups.
Oh no, I haven't seen Grown Ups.
I can just hear Blue's soul just slowly leaving his body.
How about Happy Gilmore? Come on.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh my God, Billy Madison, Waterboy.
Yes, I've seen Waterboy.
How about the Tooth Fairy with the Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Of course, I've seen that.
So you've seen pretty much anything from 2005 on.
Probably,
Basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be
No,
fair,
not really, because I've gone through a few that he hadn't seen Edge of Tomorrow, bruh.
What?
What?
I had
War
to
of the
show him
Worlds.
Edge of Tomorrow.
War of the Worlds.
Nope.
Wow.
Damn it, Blue! I am trying to be your ally here, man. You're making this hard.
The problem is the fact is most movies I haven't watched. Like that's literally just a fact.
So what did you do at all this time when movies were around? I don't understand from
The
like.
problem was I wasn't really allowed to do much when it comes to movies. All I ever did was really just do a little bit of reading books and play games as a kid. I didn't really do that much.
So
movie watching.
what was your favorite book?
The Shining.
Okay.
That's a good book. Yeah,
It's a good
hell
movie
yeah.
too.
I
always-
didn't like the movie.
I've
the book
always-
was better to me.
I've always said that. Yeah, no, I've always said that the book was way better. In fact, I had to read that bitch in high school, and like I didn't want to read, but like that book actually got me into reading a lot, along with like the Lord of the Rings series. So, I mean,
I
can't
did
blame
see
you
some
on
Lord of the Rings. I did see something of Lord of the Rings. I did read the first Hobbit. Wasn't really that much of a fan.
What was
There's
the?
no, it's not. There's
fair
no.
enough.
There's
fair
no
enough.
first Hobbit, bro. Hobbit is one book.
One book.
Oh, there's only one book. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
there's actually another Hobbit book, but it just came to light recently.
Yeah, it wasn't
During-
actually released when Tolkien was alive,
Yeah.
right?
It's from
okay.
his son. His son did the whole retelling of the other book. Like it was rewritten
well,
by
I've
his
only
son.
read the Hobbit book.
It's
So
same
I
with
have
the Wizard of
so-
Oz. The Wizard of Oz. Then I have the second book of the Wizard of Oz. That was
That
actually
shit is dark.
that actually the second book is actually done by his son, and it's an all rework of the. It's really dark.
It's
Oh,
dark
geez.
as
I'm
fuck.
is like the
bro.
Wizard of Oz like some kind of meth dealer?
No, it's like
No.
no.
It's like it's
Oh,
down at the
dude.
bottom of darkness.
Think of you ever played the Alice in Wonderland games on PC or the dark ass shit?
Oof.
Yeah, that's what
Timothy,
it is.
Timothy
Kinda
McGee's
like that.
Alice.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's like
that.
a
Is it
Tim
like-
Burton darkness kind of deal.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's kind of like Edward Scissorhand darkness kind of deal.
That's another movie that's like freaked me out as a kid. Was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate. I got scared of shit in that movie.
Bro, you know what though? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was really good. It was good. Like the retelling of the way they did that movie was fantastic. And Marilyn Manson did all the soundtracks on it.
You know, it's interesting. So,
It was awesome.
Gangster, if you really want to go back, if you want to talk aliens, that scene still to this day in Aliens 1, the original movie, right? Where he's eating the fucking salad, right? Spoil I know a lot of people have seen it. That scene trips me the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
Still to this day when he's like seething and I'm like, is it, we do it in like the darkness and you just watch it and you're just like, holy shit. Back then,
I've seen the first Alien movie though, so yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't seen Aliens
Nope, I've seen
or
Alien vs. Predator.
Resurrection.
I've seen Alien vs. Predator. That's like
Yeah,
good.
but that's.
I
That,
liked
no.
it.
Really is.
I mean,
liked
it's
AVP.
fun to watch, but it was not a
skip
good movie.
Skip 3. Aliens 3 was just eh.
Yeah, it was. I think that's my least favorite.
I
Of the
watched
four.
that and Alien Covenant. Those are the two Aliens movies I've watched.
Aliens Covenant was all right.
You know what was a terrible, somewhat modern movie? And it was garbage, but like a lot of our friends liked it. Jason X, dude. It was a fucking garbage movie.
Oh, that
bro.
was a garbage movie. I will say it was garbage.
Like, we tried to gas him, we tried to burn him, we tried to blow him up, he just won't die. So what are we gonna do? Let's jettison him out into space and not tell anybody
What
about
was
it.
Final
Good
Destination?
idea.
Final Destination was another one where I liked it and a lot of people just hated it.
I like the original. Final Destination, the original, was great.
The first two were great, and then after that, it just went downhill from there.
I thought Final Destination was a meh movie. Like I didn't really hate it as I was so meh. I didn't really think about it all that much after.
If you want to watch some good old shit, dude, watch Trolls. The Troll movies were good. Pete, do you remember The Gate?
No.
Hey, Blue, how
Where
about
they-
Kung Pao? Kung Pao.
Kung
End of the
Pao.
fi-
Well,
end
Kung
of the
Pao's
fist.
always. Yeah, Kung
The
Pao.
cigarette lady.
No. I'm talking Blue. Have you seen Kung Pao before? Or Dude, Where's My Car?
Dude, where's
Haven't
my
seen
car?
both.
Oh my
Haven't
god.
seen both.
How about That 70s Show?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my
Oh,
God, that's it.
man.
I gotta pull out the DVDs now.
Dude, I've got it on my computer,
The
bro.
problem
There
is
you
I haven't
go.
even watched The Sopranos yet, so never mind that.
Don't. Sopranos are no. That like all my friends were swearing by it. I watched it. It was boring as fuck. I hated that fucking.
You don't
show.
like-
I mean,
you
I mean,
don't
unless
like
you're
the-
really into that mob movie shit,
I
it's
like-
just,
I like
it's
the-
not gonna be
Dude,
for you.
Let me put it this way. If it's nothing like Casino or My Cousin Vinny or Godfather, like I'm not interested.
I'm on the separate spectrum than these gentlemen over here. I actually like The Sopranos, watched every season. But I like the Mafia stuff. I don't mind the Mafia boring stuff. But each to their own when it comes to that show. It's kind of like Mad Men. I like Mad Men, but not everybody does.
Mad Max is
I
pretty
tried,
good.
dude. I tried to like The Sopranos, dude, and I could not get into it. I
Well,
even watched
because
it
it
with
was
Val,
very-
dude, and I was just like,
It's very dry. That's why. It's not like Casino where it gets right to the action. It's a
Well,
it's a slow burn. You know what I mean?
I think it has a lot to do with the actors, personally. Like that's what draws me to movies like The Godfather is because the actors are what made those movies. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of like Son of Anarchy in a way, where it's a slow build to the
Sons of
main
Anarchy.
action. Yeah.
Is that any good? Is that any good? Like I haven't.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, the show's great. It's
My
just
brother loves that show.
it's just a slow build to things. That's the thing.
I don't
It's
mind the
horribly,
slow
though.
build. I don't mind the slow build as long as it's good. If it's entertaining,
Katie
great. I don't.
Seagal sells that show. Katie Seagal and Robert, what's his name, sells the guy who originally played Hellboy. Sells that show really well.
Whoa. Ron
The-
Perlman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sell
The
both of
only good Hellboy.
Wow, the new one. I don't know what to think about that.
Wasn't
So,
very good for him told.
Who did they replace him with?
Perlman?
Yeah,
they
or
I don't know.
Hellboy.
I can't remember.
Because the two Hellboy movies I saw, I don't see why they had to reboot it. I love those movies.
Right?
They replaced him with David Harbour. I'm saying his name right. I'm probably butchering this shit.
But Perlman plays such a good asshole, though.
I know, dude.
And
And he looks the part too.
Well, with the new Hellboy, they tried to make it more comedy than storytelling.
Ew! The comics weren't that comedic.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball with the movie.
Dude, the
Dude,
first one
even-
was hilarious.
No,
And-
when Perlman was in Blade, you tell me that shit wasn't the funniest
And they
racist
had-
shit you've ever.
They had
Perlman-
they had the
Perlman in Aliens Resurrection.
They had the chick from Resident Evil in it, Mila.
Oh, Jovovich.
Yeah, and they
That's
failed.
my future ex-wife.
They dropped the ball with her as a character in the movie too.
What did she do? Play as one of the Fays or something?
No, she was the flame chick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they butchered it bad with the comedy. They made it more like Deadpool kind of deal, but just bad. The opposite. That's why I got 5.2s and 6s.
You know what I miss seeing surprisingly show up on my Netflix or any movie rental place?
Flipper?
Hidden gem type movies, like movies that you'd least expect you'd ever
Yeah,
find
like
yourself
Flipper.
watching. Yeah,
Which
No,
was
like-
the guy that played
like,
Shia LaBeouf. Or
for
whatever his
instance,
name
let me give you an example. Like the hidden gem movies that we saw that we ended up streaming and we least expected it. Pan's Labyrinth, great fucking movie, dark as fuck, right? Like stuff like that, just random movies that nobody asked for, comes out of fucking nowhere, out of left field, and you're like, yo, that was a fantastic movie. Like, what the fuck? And that's kind of how I looked at Brightburn. Brightburn was that for me. Like, that was the most unexpected movie to come out of nowhere. It was pretty much, this is what happens if Superman was bad type of shit, you know? Like, like stuff like that, you know? That's just what I'm saying. Like, I just miss the random good shit coming out versus
Like-
the bland shit that we hear about, and it's
Have you-
like a
real
huge
quick,
letdown.
Like Flipper. There you go. With Elijah
Yes.
Wood and
A
Paul
horny-
Hogan.
Oh,
Real quick,
a
have
horny
any of you guys
dolphin
seen
that
The
wants to
Boys?
fuck a dog. Do what?
Have you guys seen The Boys? It's an Amazon show. It's
My
really
I
good.
heard my girl
girlfriend's been
watched
watching
it. Yeah, my girl's been watching it.
It's
The
so
only,
good.
okay, so the only Amazon series that I'm focusing on right now is that new one that just popped, which was Carnival Row or some shit like that.
That one
Based
looked
on-
pretty good too.
It's fucking good, dude.
Is
Like,
it?
Amazon's killing it though.
dude, Orlando Bloom is
Yeah, I
a
was gonna say
fucking
Orlando Bloom.
beast,
Fucking A.
bro. Yo, like
Do you guys like
all I gotta say, hold on. All I gotta say is this: fairy brothels.
Yeah.
I've seen enough heads to know where this is going.
So do
Let's
you
just
guys-
say fairies have the funnest sex.
So do you
Sorry,
guys
go
like lawyer shows? Like deep, dark
Some.
lawyer shows?
Some, it depends.
I've been watching a series called Parsons. It's a spinoff of Suits. And
Parsons.
yeah,
My parent-
she was the head lawyer chick in Suits before she resigned, and they made a deep, dark lawyer show out of it. It's really good, really done. It's
I think Val's watching it actually.
really, really good. And I've been watching a lot of the Blacklist, catching up on my Blacklist watching.
I need to catch up on Orphan Black. I've been watching a lot of that lately too.
Mm,
Orphan Black's really good.
Another good
That's
show is New Amsterdam. I've been watching that too.
What is that, based in Colorado?
No, New Amsterdam is a hospital show. It's really good. It's actually done very well.
The only hospital show that I ever loved and I thought was funny as fuck was because the head doctor was an asshole. Is Scrubs.
Man, you didn't watch ER back in the day with
I fucking hated ER, dude.
Oh, come
My
on.
girl loved ER.
George Clooney, come on.
No, dude, no. Sorry, my girl, like, she tried to sit me through that shit, and I was like, babe, I'm gonna go play my Xbox. Like, I love you, but I'm gone. Like, dude, she watches ER, she watches Grey's Anatomy.
Come on, how about Law and Order CI? Criminal Intent.
She watches those.
Criminal Intent, I can't believe they ended. It was the better out of all of them.
That's the guy that played. That's the dude that
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, yeah.
The best of SCVU if you go with what's his name, Chris.
The guy that plays Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I love him, dude. She hates him. I love him. I thought he was like.
And he did another show for a while there on NBC for a while there that was comedy, and he was really good. He was an asshole father, but funny at the same time. Was really good. And then they nuked the show because it had failed ratings, but I thought it was great.
I gotta go to bed, by the way. I'm tired, and it's also 8 in the morning.
Guys, it's past his bedtime.
I'm sorry, I'm tired. Also, I kind of got. Also,
he needs a Baba and a nap.
He needs milk. He needs milks and cookies. You know, milk and cookies, and he needs to put everything on the left side of the bed so he doesn't fall off.
Don't you dare start arguing with milk and cookies.
Make sure to hold your book of requirements. It's okay. Hold your book of requirements.
I'm just saying, there's a right way to eat milk and cookies, and there's a wrong way.
Just hold your book of requirements to the vest.
I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, the right way is with Jack Daniels and without milk.
There you go.
No, the right way is you dip the cookie into the milk.
What you do is you fart in a glass, and then you put the milk in, and then you dip your cookies, and then have the Jack Daniels after all of it.
No, like you dip it in slightly. You put it, make sure it's dipped in so it's like maybe a quarter of it's in there.
What you do is
take
you
it out,
pick your ass, and then you put it on the cookie, and then you dip it in the milk, and then you eat it. All right.
I can't take this autism. I'm alt deleting life. Bye. No.
I'm sorry, but my father would drink it with orange juice, dip cookies in orange juice because he was lactose intolerant.
No, please. No, stop.
That is
hurts.
the best. That is the best cosplay I've ever seen. Yo, she's straight up looking at him like, "Yo, bitch, what the fuck you staring at?"
What cosplay is that? Like,
do we want to wrap up the show, Brimstone? Since
we can. Yeah, we can.
Who's the woman next to Spider-Man?
Gwen,
That is
Gwenpool and oh, is it?
I think it's Black Cat. Yeah.
Okay, how about for you, Blue? Legally Blonde.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
Wow.
That's not even a good movie. So
Sorority Boys.
Haven't seen it.
American Pie.
Yes, I've seen it.
How about the Jackass movies 1 and 2?
Nope.
Those are actually pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for stopping in and watching this show for this week. Brimstone, any announcements that we need to make or anything like that?
I'm going to be starting a playthrough of Wildlands on video. I'm going to add some twists to that channel, though. I'm not going to use my voice or anything. I'm not going to fuck around with that channel. I'm going to make the fracture thing be a thing.
What happened to our co-oping, man? What happened to that?
You stopped vaping.
Not vaping. No, co-oping in games. What happened to that whole list of games that we had, man?
We still do. It's just I get off of work, and then next thing you know, you're tired, and I'm tired.
He's slacking. I'm kidding,
bro. Honestly, we are zapped by the end of our days because you've been up all day. So I get home, and you're tired, and I'm tired. So we're just watching YouTube and shooting the shit. So co-oping some games together, that would be good.
Well, he's going through Wildlands. We need to go through the Division.
Division 2?
No, yeah. He needs to go through Division 1.
I need to go through Division 1 for the story stuff. So I could have that under my belt as beaten, and then I'm going to go through Division 2 with him as well.
Hopefully Division 2 he picks up on Xbox. On a sale.
Yeah, I could do that.
Pre-order myself pretty much doing everything Brimstone is saying. Pretty much new games, trying to change my rotation of games. And then we got NHL, FIFA coming up. 2 games that I'm excited for. Or NHL's already here. More Gears of War 5.
FIFA is coming.
And we
That's the last of the sports franchise, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
Thank God.
And then we got
I love FIFA.
Then we got Borderlands coming up
Yeah.
next week. I'm excited.
Oh!
I pre-ordered that.
Modern Warfare beta this month.
Yep. On the
Oh,
21st.
how do you get in on that? Do you have to pre-order?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think so, do you?
No, it's going to be open.
It's open beta. And
it's open beta?
This
Well,
could be
it's
open
gonna
beta.
It's going to be closed for the first week, and then everybody else gets it openly after. So PlayStation gets it first, and they get it a week before us, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, Xbox and PC gets it closed, and PS4, and then it's for the first couple of days it's on PC first. PS4. Then it's everybody else, and then they'll open it up during the weekend to everybody.
And the first beginning month of October, we get that game.
And we get Destiny 2. Yeah,
I got
DLC.
I got Shadowkeep in October, and that's about it. I got Shadowkeep in Cyberpunk.
Need for
that's about
Speed.
it.
Need for Speed comes out too.
Need for Speed's dropping, and I just discovered last night on Steam during the coming up. I love this game. I played quite a bit of it on the PlayStation 3. One of their best exclusives, actually. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, or whatever. The first one.
Yeah.
Coming on Steam as a remaster. That is going to be awesome. Love it. Love it. I will be picking that bitch up on PC, and I'll probably be doing a playthrough of that as well.
Brimstone, you leave me in the cold. Be playing Borderlands on Xbox?
Of course we're playing Borderlands on Xbox, man. We're not playing it on PC.
I'm trying to convince everybody because I just pre-ordered it earlier today. It's the one game I can get for the month.
So I spent like $60 all in all tonight between dinner and all my DLCs. So let me get my deposit in first tomorrow, and then I'll see if I can talk her into let me pre-order that because I already got Modern Warfare.
You're gonna be stuck on Ghost Recon for a while.
And you know what? Breakpoint, you guys, really good. I have to say that again. This man here hooked me up with the key. Loved it. Fucking loved it.
I'm not getting Breakpoint right off the rip because there's gonna be Call of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty's gonna suck my fucking life away like usual. So
I'm playing the co-op campaign and enjoying.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If all the plans fall through that I have is because of Call of Duty.
And I gotta take a couple people into Destiny and give them the whole showing them everything because
when's that on Steam again, you guys?
October
1st.
Fucking I hate Brotober, man.
If you get Destiny,
I still need to do Inktober. I'm still doing Inktober still. So like I need to do Inktober. So I gotta stop gaming for a little while because I gotta start working on my art. But bro, that's gonna be a fucking busy month next month, bro.
Where can we
It's
find
be busy rest of the year?
Where can we find you, Gangster and Blue at?
Me in the Discord, man.
Same with Discord. I don't have anything else.
No social medias at all? None?
No,
I don't
Blue,
have Twitter.
I'm giving you fucks my Facebook.
Bro, Blue doesn't know how to not fucking get blocked and banned from any social media.
I got banned on Twitter, so I haven't had I have Instagram, but that's my private life Instagram. So
Game Talk Twitter, the Game Talk Twitter is pretty much Pete. That's like all Pete. Like 90% of the time that's posted, it's Pete.
That's Mr. I'm never gonna make a Twitter account. By the way, just keep that in mind.
Yes, and I'm getting off my lazy ass, and we're gonna get some audio for this show.
XP gave me the show's music last night. So when I start hosting it, I'm gonna actually try to do a different kind of overlay, and I want to do a soundboard. Because you were talking about the soundboard, and I do want to do the soundboard. So I'm looking at doing all of the the funny quip soundboard shit.
Hey guys, maybe one day we'll do live call-ins.
Oh God,
that'd be cool.
Are we gonna be like shot from the fucking point? Hey guys, you wanna call my Skype?
All right.
Hey man, live call-ins would be sick though.
Actually, I do have something. I do have a YouTube channel that I just have if that really cares.
Well, if you're gonna do YouTube, we should all collab with it, dude. Help you get some viewers and shit, dude.
I do have 50 subs and all that stuff with this.
Do you have any content?
Not anymore. I used to have tons of videos back on it. Then I went on a purge and spree, and then I don't know. I never really like paid attention to it.
So are you gonna
since.
do the wicked mixer ND live?
The problem is I forgot to do that. Like I told you, I was gonna set that up eventually, but then I forgot to do it.
Slacking. We gotta give this man some movies.
Here's the problem. I forgot to do literally everything.
We need to give this guy some movies,
Lou.
some motivation, and a kick in the nads.
Lou, that picture that you're using right now represents you in every possible facet.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you the origin story of this picture. It's quite a legendary story, but it's a bit NSFW. I don't think you can stream the story.
All right, guys. You guys have a nice night. Thank you guys for all stopping in. See you on the next episode. Peace out.
Peace.